The biggest gamblers of Europe are ready to take on the greatest dark horse story that we have ever seen in Europe, ladies and gentlemen, as we are just one more day away from the biggest grand finals out that will happen tomorrow. But for today, it's the last stand. It's a battle that no one wants to lose. A journey that started a few months ago, now standing at a point where just one more win and put you forward towards one of the biggest trophies of Europe, or it could send you back home packing. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the MLBB European Championship Fall 2025. This is the playoffs, lower bracket finals, and today we've got two amazing people on the desk as well. First of all, we're going to welcome back Destroyer, who we saw a few days ago. Now he's back again in form and also twinning with me. A shout out to that. And then we've got Warren as well out here, my man, looking handsome. So Destroyer, I know that you've been
happy to be here.
Yeah.
First of all, happy to be here. It's like the status for some international tournaments when the team, like the dark horses, and there's also one point. Happy to be here. That's me. That's me. I'm happy to be here, and I wanna see what's gonna happen. For now, some. Of our predictions went pretty good, and I would like to say, like, all the expectations are here on the list.
Big thing. Warren, how are you feeling? How excited are you?
I'm feeling great because still there are some teams I'm rooting for, and honestly, I love how many good players and talented players we have here under Surge, because it's always nice to be watching one of the teams. Of course, right now, as you rightfully mentioned, we are very deep into the run. Grand finals tomorrow. Right now, at the doorstep, 2 of those teams, and only 1 of them will be left standing after today's matches. And the question is, which of those teams will it be? Scared, who do you think is the better team, better suited for the task?
One of them is the top performer of Thunder Division. One of them is the top performer of Promotion Relegation. And guess what? One of them, being the top performer of the Open Qualifiers, are already waiting in the Grand Finals. That is going to be Meta Shift. So yes, Memento Mori, Jackpots, a matchup. Man, go ahead.
My boys Meta Shift, I predicted. I wanted to see them in the grand finals, and here they are. I'm so happy. I'm really so happy that they are here. I already know that they at least top 2, okay? I'm super happy about it. But also, we predicted about the Memento Mori and Jackpots that any of them should be in the grand finals. I remember this dialogue, and we spoke like Meta Shift, Memento Mori, and the Jackpots, the top 3 teams, and here they are.
Yeah, and to be honest, both of these teams look pretty heavy out here as we have a look at the roster of Jackpots as well. Warren, none of them are the people who we're shy of. Talk to me about the performance of Jackie in yesterday's game.
Jackie, he came in like a comet. He came like a comet from the stars, and he just smashed his opponents. Yesterday's performance of Jackie was just great. He is a big surprise for me because I didn't expect the swap, but as Woki said himself, it was needed, and this new reborn Jackpots, I quite like what they are doing. Woki, he is sitting for me in the gold lane. It looks, honestly, I don't even remember his jungling anymore, in a sense where his gold lane is just decent. I don't even feel like he swapped. He feels natural there. And then you of course have Malfurion, one of the supposed top dogs in the mid lane, Kingsta and Lito. This is a team you have to be scared of. Maybe there is another team who might be even more scared.
The longer the event goes, the stronger Kingsta gets, and you cannot forget Lito. But there's a team that's all the more equal to them, and we're gonna have a look at their roster as well, because Destroyer, there's a special change here. Talk to me about Shao.
I know. First of all, I want to say best wishes to Tracy. She got a bit problems with her health. I wish her good luck and good health, definitely. So maybe sadly, maybe not, that we got the substitute here. I'm a bit upset that I'm not gonna see Tracy because I'm here today, and I really liked her performance. But today, gonna be Xao playing. So he's a Turkish player, and he is a professional player also. He played MTC nearly all the seasons, MTC 2, MTC 2, 3, 4, 5, all MTC except 1, okay. And actually he also played Snapdragons. He is one of the best gold laners in his region. I would like to say right after the Siggy Boom and Sunshine for me personally. And the other roster you also know. And my favorite guy, my buddy, my bro, my boy, Samo.
Beautiful. Performance has been, impeccable, Warren. I know you're very excited to talk about both the team stats as well. So we've got Jackpots and Memento Mori up against each other. There's not even a single stat that's actually favoring Memento Mori, Warren.
I mean, it's close. That's the thing. If you look at average time to win, it's just 40 seconds. Victories, yes, one victory, but at the same time, Jackpots played more maps. And if you look at the raw stats, Jackpots lost 6 out of those 17 maps. So if I would do a little bit of quick math, I think Memento Mori have actually better win rate percentage. Lord Control, it's almost even. So honestly, all those stats are telling us is that Memento are a very, very decent team that you have to respect.
Yep.
But right now we have the head-to-head that won't be as important because Jayo, he is unwritten on and he can only surprise us. Destroyer already introduced him, so I'm very, very excited about him and how well can he match up into Walkie. What do you think about this matchup, Skir?
I mean, he's got to match up into Walkie pretty well, I'll have to say, because even though everyone's been saying Walkie's gold lane might not really be the best out there, but it's not even bad. You cannot keep him out of that conversation too. And since we're already onto that path itself, right, Destroyer, how much do you think Zhao would be able to take on Walkie? Do you think that's a lane where he could actually pressure and that could be the weak spot of Jackpots?
I think it can be an unpredictable weapon for them, just because they didn't play versus him and they maybe got no idea. Yeah, they potentially could check MTC, okay, but you know the difference between MTC and even if we speak about their regular season, the qualifies to championship, it past 1 month already, meta changed absolutely. Yeah, you can see some things that potentially could be with that player, but overall it can be a moment, a memento of unexpected thing that gonna carry the game.
And now, Warren, one of the biggest points that I also wanted to mention, right? Yes, it's momentum that carries the game, but Memento Mori know how to change that in their favor. Let me bring you all guys back to the regular season, people. This matchup, this rivalry started all the way back there when Jackpots won the first game for the qualification in that best of 3, but Memento Mori changed the entire fate after winning the next 2. That one big comeback marked the downfall of Jackpots, which has eventually led them to move all the way down in the lower brackets, but they are not bowing down. Still ready to fight. In the map of Dangerous Grass, which we have right now, Kingsta should be favored for that Kalia pick, right, Warren?
It could be. That's one that you need to take care. I mean, you have to respect it. You have to take care when it's being picked. You have to kind of hold hands and stay away from the bushes because Kalia could be lurking in those. Baxia makes a lot of sense. I was just looking over the playoff stats specifically because usually what we have are the stats all together, coming even from the moment where we still had 16 teams. So it's kind of different, the stats that are right now. But Baxia, he is still up there, yes he is. But what I'm surprised about, that still there is no ban for Eve. Oh, there it is. I kinda expected that. Yeah. Destroyer, what do you think will be the first pick if this is the ban?
I'm more surprised that they let Lapu Lapu to Jackpots. They literally spammed it yesterday and they won nearly all the games. Yeah, if I'm speaking about the amount of the heroes, there are much more different options for them, but still, oh, Yu Sun Sin, yeah, never forget about it, never forget about this guy. And also one of the best win rates, also good timings for picks and an amazing jungler. Also it happens to move you with the good rotations just with the global ult, so you can check the position of the enemy. I would like to say Memento Mori have to take Lapu Lapu and something else like Kimi maybe.
Kimi. Yeah, I was thinking of the exact same thing. Kimi instantly, but the next one could be a bit of a question. Maybe Gato, but alright. Hilda's been left throughout here, so they instantly lock in. Wait a second. Is it not a Kimi? No, it's a Harith for the priority. Interesting.
Well, maybe you're not worried about the mid lane. You feel like if they pick it now, you still have an answer into that. Or you could decide to just go XP. Nah, it's jungle. You secure Lancelot for you. Lancelot into Yi Sun Shin. It's a deadly 1v1. Pretty deadly for Yi Sun Shin. Could be in the early phases.
Also, I would like to say that Memento Mori got a good start. So they're gonna play super aggressive. They have to play super aggressive, and I hope they're gonna do it like this because Yushin need time. And if they don't let him just take some buffs, maybe additional camps, then it's an option to make you an advantage with the first turtle, second turtle, like literally nearly all the objectives. Go just press and make pressure in his jungle. That's what I see, the logic from the Memento Mori. From the left side, we already see two marksmen, a good initiation and coverage by Gatotkacha, but they also need something like CC, but obviously it's gonna be banned, like the same as Esmeralda. They predict that it will be the Bruiser for the gold lane, and it's logical. I mean, like, not Bruiser, the fighter. And that's what's left actually for them. You can still pick Lapu Lapu versus Harif. I see it's one of the options.
Interesting thing that I actually want to point out could be that Memento might pick up a Louis.
I will choose my own path.
With the Hilda, you would rather want to go in for those invades as well. And that could give you that early advantage which you've been looking for. Plus, Lancelot has got a retribution advantage over the Yi Sun Shin. So the neutrals should follow in their stead. Waki is going to pick up that Ruby. He's been constantly hyping us up in the interview as well, mentioning that the fight to gold lane could be coming pretty soon. And that's what he's getting ready with the front lining of the Uranus coming in. Kingstar is going to be that secondary engage. He's never going to take that first engage. His main job is to save Malfurion and Jackie. So Fushi needs an early game mage here. Lunox has been banned out. No way for them to go for any kind of late. I think so, either a Louis or a Valentina.
Are everlasting.
Valentina would be spicy one. Now, it says Leon, they are trying to secure the late game, which I don't like. I think this is a blunder coming from Memento Mori. I'm not a fan. And also, there's one big question. Because honestly, in my eyes, I think Hilda could either go Rome or go XP. Because we saw Arlott being playable in Rome.
I'm super agree with you. So Warren, I'm totally agree that I don't like Sicilian here. I mean, you take early game. Just follow the rules. Make it simple. Just make what you imagined from the beginning. You want to make a pressure into the enemy jungle. Don't even think about the late game. Just never mind about it. But just because of the last pick, I better prefer Jackpots draft.
Yeah. It's indecisive.
I agree. And
like they were starting to build the early game comp, but then last second they decided to not make it early game.
And with that, now they have to focus on both early, mid, and late, ladies and gentlemen, as we'll be moving into the very first game of this lower bracket finals in the best of 5 in the MEC 2025 fall. We've got Jackpots with the revenge battle against Memento Mori. Let's see which one takes the throne of the Land of Dawn.
Yeah, let's see you guys, and always support. Never forget about supporting your favorite teams. Right in chat. I'm pretty sure they're gonna rewatch these games, and if you're gonna cheer for them, they're gonna see it.
They will for
Everyone's
sure.
going to be noticing that, yeah. And Warren, talk to me about the emblems here, man.
I think so far I am alright by all the emblems. Do you see something that you dislike, Destroyer?
No, I guess 1 second. No. I think there is only one thing that makes me not okay is Kimi. That's all, and for others it's okay.
Quantum charge, huh?
Yeah,
Alright.
I'm speaking about quantum charge. Yeah.
Understandable as well. I think so that's just to give Malfurion a bit of an extra movement speed, if in case he gets caught out by Noel. Or maybe even Warpath. So that's probably to try and create that gap, Warren.
Yes, but if we are on the note of emblems still, there's one thing. I might have changed the second emblem of Cecilian for extra movement speed on top of that. Because there's a lot of heroes that will try to catch him.
That is true.
Not sure that quantum charge gonna help you even if you think about the AoE fights, it's not logical because the final slash will reach you anyway, and here comes the turtle.
Absolutely important fight out here. Final slash missing out instantly, and now on the back of it, you've got the mountain shock. No one being stunned up there as Noel. No way that he can zone out. Lost the turtle fight. No retribution for this man to be left up, and Jackpots instantly with that neutral. Now Kingstar overstaying his welcome, level 4 with the AOG. The timing is not that great. And first blood goes in the hands of Fushi.
I don't know why Kingstar went to win trade. Nice
Oh!
initiation. He escaped. He escaped.
We can see
is not
Samo
good
is
hit.
back in action. He's right on top of his game again. That was clean.
Boys, I got the flashbacks of my lobby all the way back in regular season, if you remember.
Remind us.
Void Kids, my lobby, he was in the top lane, right at super low HP, and this is the exact play that he made, and he got the kill as well. So yeah, that was the play that I remember.
Flashbacks. So we still continue with the with the game. Yeah, Jackpots, Memento, Mori still on the line, and we see not that big difference about the mounted choker just left and the flicker by the Fushi. So next fight gonna be in 40 seconds, I expect. Oh, by the way, top side.
It should be fine. Warpath is here out into the mid itself. He's just trying to face tank everything, while up top, Walkie. He is going to get poked down by Harriet. That is there, but he'll be able to heal himself back up as well. Now, Warren, talk to me about the items.
Item-wise, I see no problems,
Oh.
of course.
Alright, go ahead.
There is a lot of Fury hammers. There is a lot of Fury in this game, especially on the side of Memento Mori. But that just means even more early game damage, as Destroyer rightfully mentioned. They need to do a lot in the early game. But so far, I don't see that much. And first turtle went in the hands of Jackpots. That shouldn't be happening.
By the way, what do you think about the Skypiercer on the Kimi? I know that nearly everyone are building this for the first item, but still, for me, it's not the first priority. I don't think that you have to use it, only if you know that anti-kill gonna be.
Oh my god, you'd really need that snowball, but guess what? That's going in the hands of Ching Chong with another turtle as well. AOG to catch on to one instant. Purify available for Shao as he moves back in. Zaman Force on their faces, and it's 1-0 trade. Samo getting picked off. But I love the idea from Noel to steal away that orange.
Nice pick, nice trade, by the way. And I just said about the bad item for the bad itemization Skypiercer, but right after I said it, Buffron got a kill.
Oh, guess what? This time Warpath, he's gonna get picked off as well. A bit too ahead onto that Hilda, over expecting, or rather, not really expecting his HP to be that far low, and seems to be they want to make a play up top as well. As right now it's gonna be Kingstar jumping in, taking the tower damage as Shao can do nothing but watch his death approach him. Reaper with the scythe in hand. Warren, it's looking like the perfect macro game from Jackpots.
I mean, even more so than perfect macro game from Jackpots. I would even go as far to say it's very bad macro game from Memento Mori. Of course, you are having a new player, so I don't know how much time you had on your hands to adapt.
Oh!
It is not even about the time now. The poke coming in from Malfurion into the I'm offended of Walkie. The surprise of the double fighter in the lower bracket finals couldn't have been better.
You know, forget everything I said about Skypiercer. I prefer glowing one, but my friend tells me, no, bro, 40 stacks, 40, just check it. Look at me, look at my face. It's me, it's you, it's me, it's me, it's you. It's 40 stacks, bro, Skypiercer works.
Right now it's sitting on 8% execute. That's a lot of damage.
Oh, right now they actually want to catch on one person out instantly, and that's Walkie. Right before the turtle, as well as now the mountain choker is being used up. It seems like Jackpots would really want to take this fight too. Retribution ready, and that's a 3-4-3 coming in for the mountain choker, landing in at the second path as Warpath will try and run back to safety. All four from Memento Mori will have to retreat and concede the space in their own jungle. Jackpots are winning everything.
How could they lose the turtle even if they got advantage? They literally killed one person. They play there with the advantage of amount of players, and they still lost to Jackie. Jackie just decided that no, bro, no, guys, no, it's mine. It's for me. It's for me here, please.
That's what all of the members of Jackpots are thinking right now, because they are walking over the land of Dawn like it's Candyland. They are taking whatever they want, and Memento Mori, they are just giving it for free. They look so distraught. They don't look like themselves.
He's like that corporate job employee, right? You are doing every single thing, and then your boss hops in to take the claim. Eventually moving on to the director position. That's probably what Jackie did there. He let Memento Mori do all the hard work and then just walked in to steal away the turtle at the last second.
You know, I got the global question. What Memento Mori have to do to win this game? They lost early game, even with such draft. And just look how big bosses are Malfurion and Jackie. I don't know how to stop them. It's 5k advantage for Jackpots. It's impossible to lose.
It's super big advantage. I agree with you on that, Destroyer. And maybe now Cecilian could come to play.
Yeah, this could be the way for them to make this comeback, as Litho chain CC'd into extinction in that fight down bottom. Maybe that is the way for them to bring themselves back, but I don't think so. It's going to be a problem for Jackpots. Warren, it's still 5.1k gold lead.
And they
Memento Mori have to push top side and only then go to rotations bottom side. But Lancelot, guys, you need him here, but you're gonna lose the turret.
Oh! Big traction pulse as well to catch into there, but again, Samo is super ready for the final slash. The support comes in. Malfurion's no longer alive, but Ching Chong, he sends Warpath back to his home. A 1-for-1 trade. You've lost your Kimmy. And I think so Memento Mori has bought enough time.
Warpath, nice trade for Malfurion. Really, he has to do it. He must kill one of them, Jackie or Malfurion. That's his only point to win and for the Memento Mori.
Honestly, that's his only job that he has right now. He needs to keep throwing himself onto the members of Jackpots, give enough time for Cecilian to get on his items.
Oh, there's a bit of a chase coming in though. Another final slash from Samu. Didn't really connect. It's got the dominance eyes running in, but no radiant armor, no blade armor, no dreadnought armor.
What a good moves from Jackpots. They wait for so long that top 2 turret just falls down and they see that the rotation from Memento Mori gonna be on top, and they instantly start Lord and even use Mountain Shocker just to make it clear that they're gonna take it.
Wow,
Looks like-
Samo sitting in the bush as well, still getting caught by the traction pulse. Warren, Malfurion's map awareness is just so good.
I mean, most of the Jackpots, all of the players in Jackpots have super good map awareness. It looks like they got some tips from Metashift from yesterday.
How should defend Memento Mori? They're gonna lose turret on mid 1000%. No options to defend it, but they still got the defense and a good minion waves. So the creeps coming and instantly blowing up the defense.
Oh my god, look at the timing on the clock. The top minion wave stacking up. That means even though the defense was used up right now of the Holy Shield, the next wave can crash in pretty soon. The Lord should be taken care of, but it's going to be the minion waves after that. That will be the problem. And Jackpots, they seem like disciplined. Guess what? Shao was not! A big pull on the arm offended, instantly taking him out of this one. And now, for some reason, the defense doesn't really look that easy, as Samo still 4 seconds now back into this game too. But the inhibitor up top should fall. Maybe not just that! Another pull onto 3 people! It's a killing spree for Malfurion! And Jackpots start things off on a fiery note. They want Fushi. They don't care about the crystal, as minions will do the job for them. What a
Walkie.
way to open things off in style.
Walkie, like solo. Last fight, solo for Jackpots by Walkie. No, nothing else to add. He literally counter-engaged after perfect final slash. Instantly, I'm offended, and they got caught.
I'm not even offended by that play. I quite like it. I'm pleased.
Don't be.
A
Yeah, good game. A good game. I really liked it. But I got some questions for Memento Mori. Why do you have to pick Sicilian when you got early game setup? And when you got early game setup, you just let your opponent do everything they want. They see Skypiercer on the Malfurion. Yeah, by the way, Malfurion MVP. Yeah, the first item Skypiercer. Never mind. Forget about everything I said about my thoughts. It doesn't matter because Malfurion showed us. Okay, I can reach the stacks easily and I can receive it for no problems. And that's actually the thing. Memento Mori let him play.
Big man. It's absolutely been big. The MVP performance coming in from Malfurion. And to be honest, I agree with the point that you mentioned as well. And because normally you go for the glowing wand first item, you never go for the Sky Piercer. But Malfurion decides what he wants to build in that game.
No, actually, you can swap, but I mean, you should be super confident if you pick Skypiercer the first one. And he was.
I think he did it on purpose, probably, Destroyer. I think he just did it to make you angry. He was like, you know what? Destroyer says I cannot go Skypiercer. I will show him how it's done, and he showed us all. And also, I am very happy for Volky to get this achievement, because Volky, as you rightfully mentioned before, he was big part why Jackpots were able to win. These Jackpots, this roster, they look on fire. But at the same time, Memento Mori are shaking in their boots, the drafts are not drafting, the game is not gaming. I don't like it, they have to change something. This is not how I want them to play. Right, Scare?
The only big thing that I still want to point out is the pick of Sicilian in the hands of Fushi. He individually played good, but Sicilian as a pick in this entire lineup did not really make a lot of sense. Because you've got Warpath who wants to play aggressive, you've got Noel who is pretty decent in that early game, and early to mid snowball potential is very high on the Lancelot. So you'd want to pair it up with something that can take the river control, something that can go and deal out a lot of damage, so that Warpath can take even more space away from Kingsta and Malfurion. You've got a Hilda, he can just jump in the bushes and heal himself. But none of that was happening because Fushi was on Sicilian, who requires at least 3 items to be that impactful.
Loi, Valentina, you predicted these drafts, and I was okay with it. So you can take the AOG, like you got so many buttons, and Valentina can play aggressive early game. The Sicilian, you can't make it. I understand the logic from one side because Sicilian can play with his range versus Kimmy, but you need to win early game. And there was a good plan for them that he'll just go to the enemy carry, doesn't matter, like the jungler, mid laner, never mind, like for the marksman, and try to just explore the opponent. But it worked only one time for all the fights, and they didn't even try to go enemy jungle and to make win trades maybe sometimes. So you need to make risks when you play early game, but they played super safe and it didn't work. Yes, the Sicilian, it's not like a bad performance, it's about the bad draft.
I agree with you fully on that. I think if there was no Sicilian, if there was Valentina, if there was Luoji, maybe even something we might be forgetting, but something early game to mid game oriented that could at least contest Kimmy in the mid lane push, it could have been so much better. I'm looking forward to this draft, especially since Memento Mori are on the blue side. They will be dictating how the draft goes for them to secure something smarter for themselves, because this last pick, it completely broke the draft. Right now we will be hoping for the bans. Scared, what are you expecting? Do we think same bans or something else?
A few changes. I'm definitely expecting that now, considering Memento Mori are on the first pick. Fushi likes to play the Eve, so they're going to try and swap something up there. Even the Jushin is a pick that he sometimes like to pick too, so that is something Jackpots would have to be pretty careful about, that they cannot let these two picks go on the other side.
If I were Jackpots, I would win trade, yeah.
I
can
didn't
go.
want to take off your word, but there's one super interesting stat. Yeef has been banned or picked in 100% of the games in playoffs. It has been 37 before the last game and it's 38 after the last game. Just putting it out there, so we can expect Yeef being either picked or banned. They love this hero. Go for a destroyer.
Yeah, it's one of the best mid laners. Really fast pushing, good CC, especially when you catch your opponents. If you got the combination with it, a lot of damage. So yeah, I'm totally agree with that. But I think you still sometimes the teams overrate the hero, and I saw it a lot of times when you just it's band pick, band pick, band, and after 20 times, people just, okay, we're gonna pick it, we're gonna let to the opponents, and the opponents like 0, 12, something like that. And you still can counter it. You can play, for example, Valentina still. You can just take the opponent's ultimate, you can play aggressive as a Kimi at the beginning of the game and the Grok comes.
I don't know if I like what happened here, because yes, I know you put yourself in this position by banning Hilda, you kinda prepared this, but at the same time, you are losing on the mid laners, and Fushi might be forced to go something very weird, like for example Cecilion.
Yushunshin.
2 heroes gone, 3 heroes gone, it will be hard scared.
Interesting pick out here. You know, I mentioned that Jackpots will have to ban the Eve and Jushin. That kind of made Kimi the obvious choice for that first pick as well from Memento Mori. That didn't happen. And now with the Yi Sun-shin Lapu Lapu being picked up, there should be a CC pick for Jackpots.
I like this pick from the left side. And Gatotkacha just to take Gatotkacha. Okay, from the left side, Memento Mori need to remove some additional crowd control because Gatotkacha don't want to play as a first number, and Haibus also waiting for the initiation from his teammates. Traction pools, you need also additional CC. So what I'm thinking, like, okay, Yuzhong, yeah, it's a good option. I like it, and I would say something like Ruby maybe, or CC, still not banned. So that's 2 options.
Or maybe I will stick to the allies. I know that maybe you are having after that too much magic damage. Could be something to think about. But I agree with what you pinpointed. Yes, Yuzong, love it. Also, CC could be a very strong contender. Let's see what they end up with. But the big thing is, Jackpots will be having the first pick before them, so they will probably be securing the XP lane for the matchup, or maybe leaving it as last. Let's see about it. Right now they have Prio over on the goal line, so they could be using that to their advantage. Ruby is still open because they decided to ban Esmeralda. I don't think I like that ban.
Yeah, that's what I spoke about. Yeah, Ruby. Just locking in Ruby because the initiation. Now you can make it like the chain CC and follow your engages. And I don't know the reason about the Esmeralda. So it doesn't make that much sense. Yes, Esmeralda is better during the lane phase versus Lapu Lapu. Okay, totally agree. But you let your opponents open CC plus Ruby. We still potentially can see Ruby gold lane or Ruby X lane and CC additionally.
Are everlasting.
CC makes the most sense here, and it's
Why? In
It's
what
an X
world
ball
you pick
pick.
this?
along with the Sicilian.
I don't see any.
Who's gonna reach Kimi when Kingston and Walkie will stand in front of you?
That's one question. And the second question that I would put out there, why are we building late game composition again? When we have Drog and Lapu, they are screaming at me, okay, it's early game. Yes, Yasunchin, he is more towards the late game, so that makes sense. But why add in Cecilion and Xborg? I don't know. They are also a little bit more on the scalier side. They are not that big threats in the early game. Yes, Xborg a little bit more, but Cecilion especially not really at all. I don't know if I like it, but at the same time, I have to say, actually in now seeing the full composition of Jackpots, there is super crucial part of Memento Mori's lineup, and that is the true damage. The Xborg will be the only guy that can get rid of the frontliners.
That's the thing that I like. So I see the peak of Xborg because they predicted 2 fighters for the gold lane and for the X lane. But I also agree with you, I don't understand Sicilian.
Man, with a questionable pick out here, plus a good pick. Maybe this could be the game where Memento Mori bring themselves back in the series as they are trailing by 1, ladies and gentlemen, as we move in the Land of Dawn for the second time tonight in the MEC Fall 2025. Memento Mori need to fight for survival.
Kimi just solo pushing. It's just solo pushing. Oh my. You take Sicilian versus Kimi, but it doesn't work. Okay, never mind. Let's see on the emblems for those you guys.
The big reason why Malfurion deals a lot of damage is, again, look at his emblem set. You've got the Thrill as well, and then you get some extra damage coming in from the equipments too. With the mobility added thanks to the quantum charge, it becomes difficult to catch him in that early game. And that's why that Sky Piercer, even at the first point, it kind of makes sense, because you will still utilize the passive of that emblem and deal a little bit more damage. So I kind of like what he's trying to do. Or path. Alright.
Yeah, we're still here. We're still here. We're Gucci. Everything is okay. Engaging enemy jungle.
Warpath could be getting down 4. He needs to flicker out to survive. Barely though.
Yeah.
And he's back. Ha! He's back like the Grok went back to his jungle. And can you show us itemization? If I'm right, I saw the War Axe without the boots for summer. Please, yes. Yes, just ignoring the boots. No shoes for him.
Maybe it's not just Samo, it's also Shao who's kind of going for the same, but look at mid. It's fine. They're okay. But look at the HP trading back and forth, right? You can clearly see Jackpots, they should have an advantage in this turtle warren.
Warpath is moving in, but Kingsta could be the first target. Lane Checker connects. No, he flickers. Malfurion is the first on the chopping block. Next is Kingsta as well. And this is a cleanup. Malfurion is lying on the floor, and the rest is trying to survive. Lighto will be barely able to dance to the tower. And same could be said for Ching Chong.
Nice trade for Memento Mori. They are going super aggressive and gonna explode this buff.
Last insanity. For this purple buff, they go in, but this was a little bit too deep. Zio is trying to prove himself and prove that he is useful to the team, but this was too much.
Too deep, guys. Too deep. But it was risky and unnecessary risky. So they decided to engage too far, and it didn't work, so they lost all the advantage they got, and right now they should play the second number again with the Sicilian, but still, the Sicilian got the blue buff, the purple.
But it's only for a while, hold on.
Oh, Kingsta could be getting caught off, and he gets obliterated.
Down bot as well, you talk about obliteration, you've got Shao going for the kamikaze. Blasting himself off, as the audience says 70%. Is the chance for Jackpot's victory. That's showing up as well, but hold on.
Ching Chong goes in, he tries to finish off Fushi. Fushi is holding strong. There's tectonic charge, and Ching Chong almost dying for his actions.
That was close. That was really close, both for both players, but still survived. Same as Sicilian and Hayabusa. Meanwhile, Kingston just trading with the HP, with the Warpath, and they're gonna check 20 seconds until the turtle, and we're gonna see another connection fights.
War Axes being picked up already, both from Shao and Samo. So yeah, they have got the burst, but they do not have the movement speed. So I'm not quite sure if Samo would be able to join in here. But only because he's been able to clear the way faster than Waki, he'll be there in those team fights. It's going to take a little bit more time for Waki to hop in there, so Noel could probably take it without any problems.
Safe turtle. Memento Mori secured the objective for themselves. Traction pulse not the best one, and the rotations back from Shao to the bot lane, and the fight starts.
Kingsta goes in, there's Ching Chong trying to finish off what he started before. Fushi barely surviving, but he is alive.
Nice spamming by Warpa. He just okay, guys.
Victor in charge, he goes in, and there is Ching Chong in big trouble. He lies on the floor.
A good
Instant
initiation.
pick off. Yeah. God, man. Destroyer. This just seems pretty weird from both the sides, right? Warpath just trying to taunt you a bit, and that taunt actually worked out. Aha! Oh, alright, alright. I'm the only one whose predictions are not there, along with Lushgate and Kronos. I think so we kind of missed on the memo there by people, but I probably would have predicted Jackpots 3-1. Just like how Mio's going in for it. Destroyer,
Have to be
what's your
scared.
prediction?
Lighto is getting caught off, and he shouldn't have been there.
My predictions, full series. I don't believe in 3-1, but it's hard for me to tell who's gonna win. Still, Memento Mori are trying to push their lane, and they're still trying to show me that Sicilian works. But, man, never trust anybody.
Never trust anybody, I agree. You trusted that the Sky Piercer might not really work, but in the previous one, Malfurion absolutely showed entirely a different thing. Because this is the common notion where the mid laners are supposed to build the glowing wand as the first item. And he's the only one who's changing that. And this is one of the big things about winners and the people who create stuff, is that they create their own path, their own way, their own meta. That's what Malfurion is also bringing in on the table in the mid lane. And one of the big reasons why Jackpots is still surviving in this entire event, even after losing Pelmetronio.
Wokikor had to instantly flicker out to survive, but he is alive.
Yeah, the Traction Pulse also wasted there. Oh, Lord again for Memento Mori? Not even contesting.
Lighto, he gets caught up by the Mountain Choker. AOG tries to save him, but is it enough? I don't know. No picked off. Last Insanity is there, but Fushi is now dead too. 2 for 0, 3 for 0.
Oh my. What a perfect re-engage from the Kingsta.
This is the big reason why you always talk about Kingsta as the one who keeps on getting strong the longer this fight goes. Dude is a freaking Mahoraga at this point. And yes, Samo was able to take down tier 1 down bot, but doesn't really matter out at this point, right? The entire goal lead has almost been nullified. It's yes, 1.2k in favor of Memento Mori, but you consider the scaling of Jackpots, they're gonna scale pretty good in that mid to late game as well.
You see the same problem from time to time. And Memento Mori, you know what's insanity is? When you try to expect something else, when you...
Jao gets caught off. There is stun coming in. Can he survive? I don't think he can. His passive is already blown apart. Last Insanity cannot be popped. There is Warpath. So CC in Kingsta, but he is able to run away. Malfurion is the target. He gets picked off. Samo continues the fight, but Raging Slash is not available anymore. Landshaker connects, but this is just a little bit as a goodbye kiss for the rest of Jackpots.
Yeah, and
Force,
was speaking
Borak.
about... yeah,
Go
I was
ahead.
speaking about Memento Mori, what mistakes they do all the time. And every single time when they take the objective, they go initiate enemy jungle. I see the logic, but it doesn't work like this. You already wasted some resources to zone your opponent, and after that you are trying to engage, and you just getting caught by Jackpots.
I want to see Laito quickly finishing up his Athena shield as well at this point. Like, not even a Radiant Armor, straight up Athena shield, because Fushi's been dealing a ton of damage. And you compare the statistics of both these EXP laners out there, I would say, yes, Samo is the one who's actually leading, kind of, in terms of how much he's participating in these fights. Hold on, Noel.
Kingsta with a taunt again starts the fight. Noah is trying to survive. He is on the knife's edge, but there is Ranging Slash, Landshaker combination on Ching Chong and Wokikor. They pick them off. Malfurion is dead too, and this is almost a clean slate as they will try to chase Laito too. Nah, he survived. Now he gets picked too.
Warpath. Seriously, playmaker. Warpath is playmaker here. Every time he creates a momentum for his teammates and tectonic charges all the time. 2-3 people.
Kingsta, my goodness. He's not even going in with these engages with The avatar of the Guardian, right? He's just playing it all the way back.
Walkie Core goes in, flicker, but misses completely. There's Mountain Chakra as disengaged. Noel, he gets killed.
And again, you remember what I said? Right after the objective. They go in enemy jungle, every time get punished. Oh my, Memento Mori.
They just have to stop making these overextensions, right? If that happens, I'm pretty sure this goal lead could increase maybe.
Tectonic
Oh!
charge 3. This fight is not looking good for Jackpots, and they pick off 2 for 1. That's a nice prize. Samo continues to fight. Raging Slash on Malfurion. Triple kill. Samo looks so much better than yesterday. Did he take a cold shower?
Right now, Memento Mori again find a good opportunity. Again, it's a game of the name of Warpath. Seriously, all the time, Memento Mori got Tectonic Charge, they win the fight because Warpath making such good initiations that Jackpots can do nothing with it.
This is one of the big reasons why Memento Mori have got this 5.5k gold lead. They cannot capitalize on any kind of inhibitor turrets just because Jackpot still got a couple of members of Memento Mori, and even though it was just Jackie surviving, everyone could hop into that fight quickly. Now this one creep was left all the way from last to last fight, right? Where Noel got picked off. That was the time when Memento just picked off that buff and left the small creep alone so that it does not respawn. A bit of a micro, rather macro being min-maxed here from Memento Mori.
Mounted Shocker, and seems they're trying to find some kind of initiation. 50 seconds until the Lord spawns, but I guess it was just to check and maybe create some kind of catch, but right now they have to wait.
Man, I'm thinking about the Justice Pauldron pick coming in by Jackpots. It is a bit interesting to notice, right? Yes, I understand Noel is on the other side, but he doesn't really scale on the attack speed per se. And you don't even have a Harith into that goal lane. No one with the Trinity, or if anything, even the crit
Why?
build.
Why traction pulse right now? 10 seconds until the Lord, bro. You lost your resources. No, why? Okay, I don't understand, but there was maybe potential. There was some kind of logic that I don't see, and we start the Lord.
Back and forth here. They can eventually burst it down looking at the positions.
I'm already starting up the fight. There is Vokikor getting caught off. He will get finished before he can do anything at all. And this is already one guy missing for Jackpots.
Super
Now,
easy.
look at the zone from Warpath, man. He's just zoning 3 people off individually on this Grok. And Malfurion can do nothing against this freaking mountain.
Can we check the itemization, please? It would be super nice to check. Yes, thank you. I'm just interested in... actually, Grok got not that big advantage. 1k lead. Yes, it's half of the item, but still not that much. Dominance Ice as the first item. It's a good decision because I don't see any other anti... Oh, okay, Glowing Wand also. On the Sicilian. And that's all. 6k advantage for Memento Mori and the most gold lead. Who do you think it is? Yes, it's Samo on the Lapo Lapo.
5-1-6, man. There's no one who's up close to him. And the fact that he's gone in for the double penetration items. That's the reason why Malfurion is getting picked off every single time in those fights, including Walkie. They don't anticipate the amount of burst damage that's actually coming in from the other side. But this is a double-edged sword. As much as it can work in favor for you, if your frontline gets picked off, that is Warpath, then you'll be melted easily.
I guess we start the fight. So
The fight is already starting as Vokikor almost got picked up by Geo, but Geo was just playing with him.
He just left. Said, guys, bye-bye. So, not the best defense from Jackpots. They lost the turret on the bottom, but still they are alive and the initiation from them.
Kingstar goes in, but he gets picked off. Not really picked off, but the taunt goes through, but it's on Warpath. He doesn't care. There is backline shenanigans coming through. Kingstar completely missing, but separating the fight. Samo is there in the backline with Raging Slash Landshaker. He's still alive together with Warpath as they clean it out. They get 2, they get almost 3. Yeah, make it 3. Nah, Lighto, he is fine. He's one tanky guy.
That's the problem with the AOG. When you can't combine it with I'm offended.
Volky core completely whiffs, Flicker misses with the ultimate I'm offended, completely misses anyone important, well, anyone at all. It didn't hit. And this was the only reason, only source to defend your base, because there is nothing stopping the onslaught coming from Memento Mori, as they are going probably to equalize the score in this series to 1-1.
What a game, what a performance by Memento Mori. Warpath, MVP. It has to be. I don't know if you think another way, but from my perspective, like all the game was by himself. I mean, he already started the initiations, he made a lot of problems for enemy opponents. He always zoned the marksman so far that Malfurion could do nothing.
And I want to double down onto that one. Yes, Warpath, absolutely on point. And he also had the support of Samo hopping in, right? Warpath is the one that is brute forcing, just moving his way along. And you can't really go close to him at all, because one tectonic charge and you are instantly destroyed. Samo jumps in as well, ready with the Lance Shaker and the Raging Slashes to instantly destroy Malfurion. That happened in those previous few team fights around that first slot, even around the third turtle. That is the big reason why even Malfurion had to play a little bit extra passive in that situation. And guess what? You don't need any major defensive items if you can just simply burst them down with the 2 burst items that you have. That is what was the idea of this guy.
Also, you should take into account how much spell vamp he has. I'm not sure if it's spell vamp anymore, maybe it's physical lifesteal, but whatever. There's so much healing on this guy. Paired up with Oracle. Lapu Lapu, he was healing out there quite a lot. I am kinda sad that we don't have achievements for most healing done, because I think Lapu would be getting this achievement from this game. You can clearly see on the achievements the classic stuff. The team that wins has 3 of them, and then Lighto from the losing team gets the wallet, and I don't know, the award you give to the losing team to make them happy. Of course, a little bit joking about there, but usually you don't see the winning team to get that. I believe we saw it once, but let's talk real stuff. What happened between the first game and the second game with Memento Mori's performance? Destroyer, what can you tell me about it? Because they looked different.
I would like to say it's also about the Xiao rotations, because he was the first number. If we speak about the difference, yeah, the gold lane, always rotations by Xiao was faster, and all the time they played with advantage. 3 mistakes they did, or was right after they took an objective, like 2 turtles, they go initiate enemy jungle. They took the Lord, the same situation, and thanks only for the death timers and that the Lord was super late, that they could return to and again make another initiation to try destroy, and actually not only try but to destroy the enemy and take the objective on the bottom side.
It also feels like the idea of realizing Malfurion is the main guy who's constantly dealing the damage. We take care of him, and then everything else gets pretty smooth and simple. Noel was just able to iframe any kind of crowd control that was hopping onto him. He jumped in the fights at the perfect point, and the Mountain Shocker was so good to disrupt the flow of that fight and stun up any kind of stranglers that were sent out by Jackpots. Mostly it was Lighto, Kingstar, or even Walkie. So yeah, quite a few things which you've got to be a bit more careful about if you're Jackpots for the next game. But Memento Mori, big time comeback. And as I said previously to Destroyer, I'm going to double down on the fact that yes, Warpath was the main reason who created that separation.
He should be the wall.
Mhm.
Because he's Grok,
I agree.
you know, the stone. That's the reason. That's the actual reason. Also like the nomination, like it's the wall. Usually on the international broadcast, it's the sandbag. So yeah, right now it's better.
I agree.
No, we do things differently out here on Search Europe. You should already know that. But we hope you are loving the broadcast. We hope you are loving the games because there is still a lot to come. Because it's 1-1. So for sure, doesn't matter how it will result in this another game, we will always get full 4 games. Maybe even 5. Because depends, of course, depends on the performance, but already we know it's not gonna end in 3-0. And that's good news for me. I love it, and that's already setting up a good precedence for tomorrow, because yesterday's meta shift performance was very, very dominant. But from this clash, if it will be a full BO5, that tells us a big story about how well the teams can be prepared for tomorrow and for the potential to fight against meta shift. We have broken walls. You mentioned walls. It's kind of like you summoned it, guys.
Easy.
Destroyer. I'm saying Destroyer is the main magician here. He's the wizard. He's the wizard, Harry. Okay, I can see.
So that's the magic. That's the magic. That's the magic that we create here.
Where is your
and
thumb? Where is your
what-
thumb? Bring it back. Oh my god, that's something that we used to do all the way back in the childhood too, man. Yes. Always catches me.
So, only one thing I'm asking Memento Mori to stop. Please, stop with Sicilian. You already proved me that you can. Fushi, you did it, bro. Calm down. You remember. Deep breath in, breath out. Stop, Sicilian. You did it. It's still bad win rate. It's still not that good in the early game. Mid game also like 50-50. You did it. You won. Calm down. Show us something spicy, something else that gonna impress us.
I have to agree with you on that. I don't think I want to see another Cecilion. I think my heart wouldn't make it, you know. You might have another person, you know, of the group. Well, the bans have been finished. Hilda makes out of sense if, yeah, she continues with having 100% accuracy. Though it comes from no, it comes from a different team. Even though sides are switched, actually it comes from the same team, right? Jackpots, J.
They call me a hero.
Am I losing it?
Save my
I think I
nation
might be
from
losing
falling
it because we have a Kalia first pick for Kingston, 71% win rate. Scared. How do we like that?
I think so. This should have been the last phase of the first pick, right? Or rather, the last pick of the first picking phase. I could see the Killia coming in, considering it was left out in the open. I knew it. Kingstar is not going to leave this one out. But now you're not just giving away the Yi Shin, you're also giving away the Kimi with that.
Yep, I also see that option. I really like it. And Fushi, please, not Sicilian. Just
Me.
just concentrate. Not Sicilian. Think about it. Not Sicilian. Pick Sicilian. Okay, it's Kimi. Finally. Thank you. Thank you, bro. And Kimi, yeah, appears 2 marksmen instantly. So it let you make everything you want. You can go third marksman. You can go with the fighter on the gold lane. You can combine it. It's pretty good potential for the mid trio. I really like it. And Harith appears again. I can.
The night sky tells all.
And Lapu-Lapu, yeah. Lapu-Lapu. And Esmeralda. Good gold laner. Gold laner, especially versus Harith. So, Harith got shields. You got Esmeralda. You got a fighter on the gold lane. You're gonna skip, you're gonna proxy. And I really like it. Minus Farsa. And also, what can we ban from the left side? Ruby and instantly. Oh, what an instant bans, bro, guys! I can't even think about it. CC ban.
It was
Muscle
yeah.
of iron.
It was a straightforward ban. You've got a Killia, you can pair it up with a Farsa or a Lunox, nothing else left. Farsa, Lunox, both of them banned out. And then for the side of Jackpots, it's a straightforward double gold lane, double fighter setup in the side lanes. So Ruby and CC are the best options there. Instantly taking care of both of them. Now my question is Malfurion going to pick the low Yi?
He could, and that would make Jackpot's composition very, very, very deadly in early to mid game. But other than that, they would do nothing. But we said it before. If you're or
Do you want to be
Kagura,
my
yeah,
student?
that could be interesting. She's quite mobile, so she could get on top of Fushi and Noel. Destroy, you had an idea in your head. Would you agree with Kagura pick?
Yes, I agreed, and I would like to say that scared. Wow, what a prediction! Really nice prediction. And Lancelot. I don't like it from one side, but I like it from the others. I don't like it because you don't have enough crowd control. So the only crowd control you got when you use Brave Fighter of Lapu Lapu or the Tsunami Slam, and actually that's all. But if you speak about how to blow up your opponent, yes, it's easily, because you can just catch. The main problem when you get set up with not enough damage or with constant damage. So with Kalea, you want to just annihilate one first person, never mind who it is. So the left side, it works. I wanted to say about Alice during the draft phase, but never mind, they just take it. 29 win rate, not the best win rate here. Gatotkacha always needs someone else with the crowd control. Good fight initiation, and Alice helps with it. Good pick. It's hard to tell me about the draft, which is better.
I'm liking Memento Mori. I know it is a bit tough. Jackpots have got their comfort picks with Kingston on the Kalia and Malfurion on the Kagura. But I don't see Waki making it past the front line that very easily. You got Sam over the CC, Warpath with the CC. Shao literally will move on your face to deal damage. They have no one to reach Fushi and Noel, but big thing, Warren, Fushi is running with the flicker.
That's kind of risky idea coming from him because the Purify is not available.
Yeah, but
And that-
he
yeah.
can just make it clean by himself. So not that big problem. Interesting draft from both sides. It's still hard for me to tell who is better. And I don't know, like the different mindset and different idea of the draft. That's all I can say.
I would add upon that I believe that Memento Mori cannot start the fights. I think if they start the fights and Jackpots re-engage on them, it will be very, very bad. I think Memento Mori need to let Jackpots start the fight and re-engage, because if they can re-engage, then Alice can get a super good position and catch Kagura, catch Walkie, catch Jackie, and those targets. If they get catch in the CC, you can deal with them.
I'm not sure, it's like coin flip. But meanwhile, we got a fight on the mid lane. Now just left with the low HP. Malfurion, go escape, buddy. Yes, he escapes. So if you're speaking about who should initiate first, Jackpots want to initiate first. They gonna be the first number just because they got Kalea. Kalea doesn't like to play as the second number.
I see what you mean by that, but at the same time I felt like she could kind of disrupt your initiation, you know, catch Alice and make it harder. But I agree, I know what you mean. Through the flicker combination she can catch someone off guard, and the element of surprise is pretty important on Kalia. So I know where you are coming from. But would you agree with me that Memento Mori's composition would be better off to wait for the engage?
It's hard to say. It's like hard to say. It depends pretty much on the Sama. If he can use a good ultimate with the flicker, and if he gonna engage as a first number with AOG, they can just explode the opponent first. So Jackpots are interested to be the first number. If Jackpots gonna play as the second number, they're gonna lose. But for Memento Mori, I agree with you. They got also a good option to disengage.
Options, that's a good word, how to phrase it.
Wow, what a zone coming in at the turtle. Kingsta just going back with the traction pulse. Will catch Malfurion with a Rush Umbrella Flea. He's safe, but what a macro from Memento Mori.
Easy turtle again for Memento Mori, and a good start for them. So they additionally receive resources that they need. They need some time. They want to have 2 items at least on the Esmeralda. They want Yushun like around 2 items at least, the War Axe and the Initiation.
Absolutely big pick coming in on Fushi instantly, and now Warpath seems to be in trouble as well. He's got the AOG, so he should be safe. And this is why I mentioned about the flicker on Fushi.
From one side, yes, but from another side, he should save his umbrella, because under his umbrella, you don't feel the rain.
That's one thing to look at that. Samo with a 1v3.
Fine. He's A-okay, man. As long as there are minions, he's absolutely fine now. The Mountain Shocker used up by Memento Mori. They really want to catch on the back of Samo being so annoying and aggressive. Kingstar! He's pulled back and absolutely taken care of. No way for this mermaid to run back. She ain't a Kadita.
Just destroyed, just destroyed. Nice chase from Memento Mori, but they again make the same mistake as before, and Samo solo versus everyone. By the way, no, Warpath ready to help him.
He's there, his big body. He is not letting him be alone. Samo with a 1v1 against Lighto, but I don't think that will result really in anything. I think they are just kind of playing around, but Turtle will be spawning onto the map again. That will be second Turtle, and Memento Mori could skyrocket themselves into a stronger lead.
Should be super fast. And even only now, Jackpots coming.
Oh, in the backline now, another knockup coming in. Guess what? Noel is the one who's picked this time with Semi Umbrella open. You catch 3, but they don't have enough damage. Fushi, if he stays alive, he will take all of them down, and that is what's happening. A double for Malfurion, but he can't survive, and Alice on his face. The Queen of Abyss will definitely pull him back, but an outplay. That's how you know you're a master on Kagura.
Legend.
Absolutely phenomenal play from Malfurion.
So good. Oh, so good. And here comes the thing that we discussed. Like, the good initiation from Jackpots, they want to play as the first number, but Memento Mori got an option to make re-engage instantly.
And they used it to its max. Right now, Fushi not going the way of Malfurion. He is not building Skype, so he got Glowing Wand instead. Let's talk about this team fight, right? How it happened. Yes, that was the engage that you spoke about, but then Memento Mori re-engaged, and I would love to pinpoint Warpath. He was so tanky. He refused to die up to the almost complete end. He barely got caught off by Malfurion.
It's hard for me to tell who's gonna win this game. Still, it's 50-50 as a draft. As long as I watch for it, the more questions I got. So the initiation again.
Absolutely, with all of that, now Fushi is going to be taken down instantly thanks to Laito hopping in with the bravest fighter. Landshaker on 2. Support comes in now as the Harith goes in, dashing around with Warpath AOG in the defense to save his own life. So, yeah, Laito, Waki, that's not the fight you want to take.
Can we check the itemization, please? Because I don't see like any anti-heal for the versus Xiao. Is it possible? Items, please! Bro! Broadcast director, I pray you! Thank you! That's how it works!
They have one.
Instantly you get the item, but guess what? The 2 in the mid are now taken care of. You have nothing to survive there. The traction pulse was amazing from Fushi.
So yeah, the only thing I wanted to check is about the Dominant Ice, and they still don't have it, but Glowing Wand on the Malfurion, and the Malfurion is the only option for Jackpots.
Wow, and guess what? That option is out of the mix right now as Waki wanted to catch Fushi in the mid lane, and he runs back to safety. And this is what I was mentioning too, Warren. They don't have anyone to catch Fushi apart from the flicker Tsunami Slams of Kingster.
If I would see another problem over here, it looked like Waki walked right into the deathly embrace of Memento Mori players. He walked so disrespectfully up to them, and he spit in their face. Destroyer, that was such a nonsensical decision.
He got no other options actually. He was in the middle of the fight. The only thing he can do is to initiate and try to randomly make a kill and try to trade himself or someone else. That was the only option. There was no chance that Memento Mori would let him escape. So that's the only reason why he did it.
That might have been the idea, but unfortunately for him, he wasn't able to fulfill his duty. The target that he was aiming for survived barely. The thing is, Memento Mori are right now with the lead, and their team comp should be stronger in the late game. So what chances and how are Jackpots supposed to come back into this game?
It's a good question. And tier 2 turret, no, it's still alive. Okay, never mind. But 60 seconds until the Lord and Samo want to initiate the fight.
Position look pretty good out here, but there's the Tsunami Slam coming in. Guess what? This time it's Esmeralda. Xiao has got his own flicker to run back to safety, and there's no one to burst down this Esmeralda. That is the big problem. Can't overstay, you can't over-engage. Traction Pulse, Thorn of Ruin, everything except for the kitchen sink as well, thanks to Esmeralda jumping in this one. And now they've got to run back to safety. The chase go in. Samo is trying to run back. Xiao is in between them as well. Furion on the other side gets taken down first. Everything used up by Ching Chong, but he barely scratches the HP of anyone. What?
Samo is too tanky. Too tanky, bro. Like, literally 3 players were focusing him, and he's still like, nah, 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 you can't catch me, blah, blah, blah.
You refuse to die. This Alice, you have no tools in your disposal to deal with her. If you look at Zhao...
Oh, he needs to run back right now as Walkie. You got nothing to take. Oh my goodness, Zhao is not even losing his entire shield.
Oh, what a tough game, but Jackpots got less chances right now. Memento Mori on the board, they are leading this game. Memento Mori got 4k advantage, and they are taking the Lord. So, minus 2 sides and minus the Holy Shield.
Right now, Warpath will be mocking his opponents, and rightfully so. 5,000 gold lead for them. Memento Mori look like they are reborn. They are basically running it back as Jackpots did, you know? They lost the first game, and then they stepped up to the plate and they dominated. Right now, Memento Mori took a note from their playbook. They are doing exactly the same. The same story is unraveling in front of us.
And
That
engage.
same story now needs to be turned off on the other side. The Thorn of Ruin catching no one except one out there, and that could be Kingstar. Nothing apart from him. Guess what? Because everyone's dashing in between form and knock up. Kingstar uses the flicker to survive. But Memento Mori, their HPs are barely being tickled here.
Literally no damage from the Jackpots. Even if they catch anyone, they can't follow. They just can't continue, and that's the problem.
Right now, they need to survive. That's the only thing that matters. Laito is being bursted down by Fushi with the Kimi on the other side. That has been annoyingly difficult to deal with.
I don't know if I like the approach that they chose. Memento Mori, they took a fight on the bottom side, and yes, it was a nice fight because they are so ahead. But I think if they waited a little bit longer, then maybe they could have gotten a little bit more of the tower damage. I don't think it was the best approach to the fight, but yes, of course, if you have this big of a lead, you don't really need to play it perfectly to win.
You don't need to play too aggressive. Play safe. You got an advantage already. Just make it like written in the book. Just follow the rules. Take the Lord. Okay, we just destroyed Golden Shields. Make the creeps waves in the perfect position for you, so you can take the Lord for free, take the Lord, and finish the game. Or at least destroy another turret.
I was worried there could be a fight happening, so I wanted to leave some space for Scared, but looks like they are scared of those bushes. We're talking about it with a connection to Kalia, and right now the Kalia is not the big bad wolf in those bushes, it's actually the whole team of Memento Mori. Jackpots, they hate the image of those bushes, they don't want to step a foot in them.
Oh, thank you for the itemization. Holy Crystal is coming for the Harit. That's the thing that you need. And what's about the Kagura? Not enough.
GG.
Not enough items. They're struggling. And it's a problem. They need penetration. They need to buy the Divine Glaive 1000%. Otherwise, they not gonna win.
I don't think I like the build that Lito is going for, because I don't think his team is lacking in the sense of damage. Yes, they lack damage in the tanks, but his sole purpose in the teamfights is to hop on top of Fushi or Noel and just deal with them. And he doesn't have to go that heavy on damage. I think if he was a little bit more tanky, they could be a little bit more successful in those fights. Yes, it's 7,000 gold, so probably itemization-wise, it doesn't matter anymore. But I don't know if I like this aggressive build.
Why not? You can try. You can try. If it works, it works. If not, sorry, bro. But yeah, I agree with you. So right now, Memento Mori are going to the bottom side. They just want to clear the enemy jungle and to put the creeps in a better position on the mid lane and the bottom lane. So the Lord will march by himself and they're rotating to the mid side.
Right now, Lord has been moved onto the map. It's on the chessboard. Lancelot is trying to do something about it. Nah, he just danced around. He needed to get away from here because Warpath was already moving, pathing to him. Memento Mori could be looking for a final strike or maybe the step before that.
Finally, Divine Glaive for the Kagura. And it's a good news for the Jackpots. They need to burst anyone. They need to win the fight, at least to remove one person from Memento Mori and don't let them to engage.
Samo is
That-
engaging. Nah, he's just playing.
Inhibitor is lost already. It's going to be a slow and steady push. But since the waves were not managed properly, therefore Memento Mori cannot really get anything apart from just one tower. Smart play from Jackie to clear up the top wave.
But still, Memento Mori removed one turret. They still got an advantage and they are improving their advantage. So already 2k ahead from the period when they took the first Lord.
But at the same time, Memento Mori will slowly and steadily approach the point where getting more gold will not really matter. Yes, for item swaps, but for anything else, you will be sitting on full build. So if Jackpots can hold a little bit longer, yes, I know, I agree, they don't have late game composition, but right now they are facing much more different problem, and that is they don't have gold.
Again, orange buff comes to Memento Mori. And if we are speaking about the late game, right now, 1k left for two players of Memento Mori to reach the full build. And after that, they need to take Lord. They have to finish this game. Otherwise, you just let the time for the Jackpots and one random Tsunami Slam and you're gonna lose.
And even so, if Fushi doesn't have Purify, not just Fushi, it's no one on the side of Memento Mori that has Purify. And yes, you can cancel it out with Kimi. Yes, you can block it out with if you are Noel and you time it right. But if she catches you off guard and immediately goes into Tsunami Slam, there is no reaction time for that. And you cannot get out if you don't have Purify.
Yeah, that's a good notice. Because we didn't even speak much about the Purify, but more late game we see, like the further it goes, the more problems you have if you don't have Purify. Because again, one random Tsunami Slam, one random move from the Jackpots and you're gonna die. And 5 versus 4 with the big death timers, it's hard.
There should be a dance around the Lord. Fraction pool misses, but the fight could be starting soon.
And guess what? With Shao jumping in, thanks to the Falling Star Moon, this very well could be the trigger as well. They're all trying to kite around here. Now the chance out. Warpath, maybe this could be the play. Nah, Jackpots can't take the fight. They have to go for the pick-off. Memento Mori, they can't take this lot easy.
They need to. Jackpots needs to find someone. No initiation, sadly, but still they are waiting. And Memento Mori in a good position. Look at the bottom side. Creeps on the bottom side. They're just waiting, and they're winning in time for themselves. It's a good play style. Play safe. Play on the nerves of your opponent.
This is the exact same strategy that MetaShift used against them just yesterday. So you can clearly see how fast this team can learn, because this is exactly how they lost yesterday.
Easy Lord, Free Lord for the Memento Mori, and right now the creep waves are coming and it's gonna be huge. Like the 18 minutes passed, so right now if you lose the fight, even if you lose one person before the Lord will finish the marching, you're gonna lose the game.
And that means Memento Mori should be looking for a play, should be trying to burn some of their cooldowns so they are not ready when Lord marches on. Because yes, you burn yours too, but it's super important for Jackpots to have their own. Because if they are just standing around the base and there is no ultimates available on either of those sides, Memento Mori will just keep hitting the base. And they will get away with that.
Nearly full build for the Kimi also. So right now, Esmeralda and Yushin already got the full build and the Lord marching on top. So the party is starting.
Yeah, finally, maybe it could be the last fight of the game as well. But guess what? Noel is the first one to be picked off in this one, as even Ching Chong is safe. And the Winter Crown comes in as well for Morpha to save his own life. But the crystal is open. Double for Moki. It's being targeted as Memento Mori will close out the game. And the comeback that all the way started in the regular season is now being repeated again. And ladies and gentlemen, it could be possible that the history repeats itself.
Just wow, just wow. It's, you know, before the beginning of the game, it was really hard for me to tell who gonna win. But Jackpots let time for their opponents, and even ring gauges were much better from the Memento Mori. Jackpots, they tried several times initiations with the Tsunami Slam, and from the first view, it looked okay. It was okay. They catch anyone, instantly blow up, and then they continue the fight or go to the objectives. But after the certain point, it was unreal to make anything. They got lack of damage.
Let's talk about the stuff from this game specifically. First, the Dival highlight is 302 as an MVP. What does that tell us? Well, as I love to say, if there is not a lot of kills, that means that the game was good. It was a good competitive game. That's usually the first sign, low number of kills, and this was a very good competitive game. But unfortunately for Jackpots, it was much better performance coming from Memento Mori. Right now we have a funny accident where the wall actually goes to the winning team, but the wingman goes to the other side towards Kingston. But I would like to highlight that last fight specifically, because that was one of the small number of fights that went better for Jackpots. But the problem was, as we mentioned before with Destroyer, the game was already so heavily inclined towards victory of Memento Mori that it didn't matter that they lost and got even outplayed that hard in that last fight, because the Lord, he finished the job by itself almost, and Alice, she just had to hit the base once or twice and it was done deal. Scared? If we look at the score, if we look at the goal difference, if you look at the stats of this game, how big do you think the chances are for Jackpots to come back into the series and Memento Mori not finishing on their match point?
It all falls down in the draft of the next game, because in this one, you could see the micro, macro, everything was being min-maxed from both of these sides, but Jackpots just did not have good heroes which can take up the challenge which Memento Mori was putting up. That is the only fact. They wanted to go for some good picks in individual lanes. Kalia in the roam and Malfurion with the Kagura is a good combination for the pick-off, since Farsa and the Lunox were banned out. But apart from these two, I don't think so anything else fit well in this entire pattern, considering there was the Alice last pick along with the Esmeralda pick coming in on the other side. So that is the straightforward problem that came in from Jackpots. They had the engage, but Memento Mori had the better re-engage.
Good draft. Good draft from the both sides. Still, I can still tell you that the Jackpots got a bad pick, a bad draft, but just outplayed by Memento Mori. They were outdrafted, and as Varn said, he likes when he see not much kills. But for me personally, I prefer brawl, constant brawl, 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 brawl. Well, viewers, we want to see fights. Show me some cinema, please, guys.
Alright, you know what? Just for the sake of Destroyer, so he enjoys himself and the rest of the viewers enjoy themselves who like this kind of show. Memento Mori, Jackpots, I'm asking you politely, you know, let's make it brawly. Let's go crazy. Let's go like,
Nice.
you know, 30 kills in total at least. Let's go
In
ballistic.
5 minutes.
Okay, in 5 minutes, I think that's a little bit too much. I think then, I think then only voice we would hear would be the shoutcaster and no one else, just for 3 minutes straight or 5 minutes straight. That would be very, very wild. But anyways, we will see if the teams will listen to us. But of course, at the end of the day, we want to see good MLBB, but maybe, yeah, a little bit more broadly, as this first said. Scared. How are you looking for this next game that's coming up? Are you expecting to see Memento Mori on the same side, or do you think Jackpots will switch things up?
At this point, I feel that they should switch things up, right? Because here's the big thing. I was recalibrating the entire draft in the previous one. You either need a Demon Hunter Sword to deal with very tanky lineup on the other side, or you need true damage. So the Lancelot was the very last pick. You knew that this is going to be a double fighter setup because you've got the Kimi, you've got the Eastern Shin. There is no way in any realm, in any dimension, you're adding another marksman into that mix. That would entirely destroy your front to back composition. You will not have enough front line to deal with that. So it was straightforward tanky pick for the last pick, and it was the Esmeralda which eventually came in. So the choice was between Esmeralda and the Uranus. I think so. Either an Alpha or an Xborg would have worked out wonderfully in the jungle.
Xborg, good option actually. The more you start speaking about Xborg, the more I like it. It's really good last. So even I spoke a lot that you need to blow up your opponent, but I was like thinking about who can be. Phantom Execution is good from Lancelot, so you can instantly combine it with the Kakura. You can combine it with the Harith and try to make -1 instantly. But Xborg got also Last Insanity, and that's a good option. Scared. You analyze today, not me.
He's stealing your job.
Here's the thing, guys.
But he makes
you are
it
the one.
professionally.
Oh my god, I just love you people here. Even pulling my leg feels like fun. All right, got it.
It's going to be a lot of fun, I believe. Even if we'll end on this game, honestly, from what we saw from Memento Mori, especially in the second and third game, well, only second and third game, I think Memento Mori and all of their fans want to forget the first game. It didn't happen. You know, this is the third game of the series, actually. First game, no one knows about that. So, right now, the bans, Yves, the classic. Honestly, both of the teams are kind of sticking to their bans. It's actually surprising that Jackpots decided to go for the blue side and this time not go for Kalia first pick. I think they were maybe thinking about Hilda first pick, but that was kind of shut down. Zhuxin will fly through though, and I'm thinking the answer will be Kimi and Shin. Yeah, Kimi and Shin. I think that will be it. Let's see about that, Scare.
But I like Justin pick, first pick. I mean, it's really good. So, and I also see here as another additional option that helps you to engage, re-engage, makes fight longer. Hylas on the left side. I mean, the only problem is Kimi, but still you can reach her and combine it with some explore damage. explosive, like
Bones of steel.
I don't know, like even Lapu Lapu, by the way. So it's even easy to reach the back line, and I think it can be super okay. But it's Gatot, not Kimmy. Okay.
Hold it. Totally.
Yeah, but it's
gonna be
logical
okay.
also. Yeah, they already got mid lane, so they decided
Yeah.
to
Exactly.
take their own, and that's the option. But overall, they gonna pick the Kimi on the last third pick, and it's kind of strange because with Gatotkacha, as I mentioned, you want additional crowd control and you need something else, and you open the opportunities for your
Thorns
opponents.
remain, should petals
Go
fall.
Hylos.
Maybe they will. Yeah, maybe. But at the same time, I'm thinking they could maybe switch things up because they could go Yuzong. He's still open and he can set things up for AOG coming from
Yeah.
Warpath. So, nah, they go for Kimi. They go for the security. I guess from what we saw, Fushi's champ pool is probably more limited than Samos. Hylos ban, yeah, Destroyer, you called it.
It was obviously like, why do you pick Lancelot? It's like 30% win rate. It's not about the hero. It's I mean, it's not about the players. It's about the hero overall. Right now, I see it going on the second options. Like you can take it later. You can make some kind of different picks, even if it's banned. But they instantly take it. I saw Hylos here. Like Lapu Lapu, I predicted Lapu Lapu. And Hylos, just add Hylos there, it would be perfect for Jackpots. But no. And a good ban from the Memento Mori.
What if this could be a 1-1 pick from Woki?
Man, if that's gonna happen, just take my job. Take my life. It's all for you.
Just saying. What if? Because
Best
right now the
predictions
need
ever?
If he
It's-
sniped that.
if
Actually, into Uranus,
Show-
I'm
Cho and 1-1.
Wipe out all the injustice in the world.
No, you can't.
Right.
You can't.
It's Joe.
No, you can't make it. No, it's unreal. I don't believe it.
Oh my god! I went to a great job.
So close.
Close.
It was.
Granger.
I mean-
But sure, for what? I mean, it's a good start, yes, but you
Yes.
got constant damage. Only burst damage you got is Lapu Lapu and I would like to say Phantom Execution, that's all.
Kalia in the Bruce Lee skin. That's legitimately the reason for this. There's no other thing.
Actually, there is another reason. Jackpots, when I first started seeing them, this is their classic comp. This is kinda their OG comp. I think they had
What?
different players. Oh, it's on. It is
Hello,
on.
Zakota? Zakota, hop in from your real ID, my guy.
Wait, but-
Wait. It's gold.
Is Hellkurt gold lane?
Yeah,
Yes.
Hellkirk Gold Lane.
Gold Hill.
It's you never saw it?
I thought they
the
said
first time.
Hellkurt
This is
XP.
the first time happening.
Yeah, this is the first time, but I thought they were saying Hellkurt XP. So I overheard that. I didn't know it's supposed to go gold lane. All right, show me. I love it. Destroyer, tell us all about this pick.
He just destroying every single marksman 1 versus 1, and I see what they're trying to do. Memento Mori want to make Jackpots catch an eye on the Hellcard and all the time make their roamer help gold lane and win the time.
Man, it is going to be a do or die, ladies and gentlemen, for Jackpots, because I remember it was against Hellcut only when they once registered a pretty dominating win, and we had Walkie saying that they don't care about the Hellcut. Now is the exact same nemesis ready to put them 6 feet under in this do or die game. Will Jackpots survive, or will Memento claim their victory? We will find that out.
I asked some spicy from Fushi, but right now the Zhao shows us the absolute cinema. I like it, and I just want to see what's gonna happen in this game. Oh, what are your predictions?
We feel this could be Memento Mori, man. With the emblems that are coming in as well, a couple of tenacities I can see, just to have that extra bit of tankiness from Memento Mori. You already have Fushi and Noel, who've got a lot of damage that is going to brew up in that mid to late game. And then Hellcut, right? Xiao. He's just going to be everywhere around the map. You're not going to know where his position is. So it's a 1-4 split from Memento. And Jackpots will have to learn very quickly how to deal with that.
I'm a bit surprised that Hellcat without Petrify, but anyway, it's kind of interesting. And I saw it long time ago, and I see why. I see like the idea from Memento Mori, and I want to watch. Like I just want to enjoy this cinema from Memento Mori. I believe that it's gonna be absolute cinema.
All fight is already rocking on. Kingstar half HP, but the same can be said for Warpath though. Gato should be the more tankier of those two.
Yeah. It's just again, you could clearly see Gato is being the more tanky out there, but it's all gonna fall down to the rotation of the gold lane. It's expanding reverse, so you've got a lot more area to run around with, and you can clearly see. Oh, look at bot.
Dark Knight falls and Volky Core almost falling down too. Nah, Jaio. He chew off more than he could eat. But Lighto, he may be doing the same stuff. Bravest Fighter as a disengage tool. But this means Kingstar has been left alone. Turtle now goes to Ching Chong. Mountain Choker for disengage.
That's why I said about Petrify. Now you understand me, I hope.
Absolutely. No questions asked out there, Destroyer. I agree on your call for that. And now having a look at the first few items out. Fury Hammer picked up already by Xiao, and he is building up for the War Axe early on. Not quite sure if he'd be able to keep his advantage in the lane though, considering Walkie has already got that pick. It was that 1v1 being won by Walkie, which eventually led Jackpots to pick up the turtle.
Jackpots, unexpectedly for me, starting to
Warpath
dominate.
getting pulled. Nah, he's fine. Go for it, Destroyer.
You said he's fine, everything is okay, he's Gucci. So Jackpots are leading this game, 1k ahead already, and the problem that Hellcart let solo kill to Granger. That's the big problem. You just need to play Hellcart super aggressive and all the time press your opponent. Just make the pressure.
And that's not happening right now. You can clearly see Walkie having a better rotation out here. And guess what? As soon as he realizes that he's kind of giving up the space into that bottom, he's asking for support down.
Dark Knight falls, so he escapes with his life.
Safe. Smart move as well.
He just turned off the light and said bye-bye, guys. So right now, Memento Mori is slowing down the game. But I don't see the options in the late game that much with the Hellcart. It's early game pick.
Out in this entire factor is that look at the amount of attention he's getting.
Shadowbringer could be getting pulled in, half HP, but Warpath was there to save his friend.
For now, it's fine. He is A-okay, but look at the position of Lighto.
Now with a flicker play, goes for a kick on Fushi, and Fushi is getting destroyed. Now that's one pick off, so Jackpot's already with a lead. If in number of men they have available, Landchecker goes on Samo, but gets caught on top of Warpath to Noel with a crazy steal. Mountain Choker on 2, and they re-engage. There is Xiao, Dark Knight falls, and he makes his escape. Memento Mori are pulling themselves back into the game.
Not back into the game, still 1k ahead Jackpots, but yeah, that was a good move by the Noel, and he just better jungler in that objective.
And now with this, I think so Jackpots, they're kind of finding the answer in the chaos, but...
Jaio with a 1v1, barely keeping his life to himself, almost got caught off. But Noel, he gets caught off. Kingstar, he is working overtime. Cho, that's a hero you have to Keep in mind, when you're playing against Kingsta, as he makes a ruckus again, there is Laito continuing onwards. Bravest Fighter doesn't really hit anyone, so he makes a retreat.
He just tried to save his teammate. That's the only thing he wanted to do, and Kingsta went too far, but not overextended. Jackpots, nice escape, additional gold, additional 500, and they are okay. So soon we're gonna see the fight on the next turtle. Right now I wanna check what gonna Zhao do, because the rotations on the mid.
Risky. Pretty risky.
Zhao Dark Knight Force as he tries to go for Voki Core, but he is missing one crucial component. That's the Petrify we talked about. If he had that, his actions could have been much more successful.
Petrify 3 people. He could make it. But again, no Petrify, no party. Sadly for Memento Mori, I don't know why he decided to skip this option, but still, how it works. Let's see, maybe they got a plan and they gonna follow it.
You know what? My hot take is that he forgot to pick the Petrify. Just because he's not really played Hellcut in the gold lane as much as you'd normally expect. It was a default execute. He was probably focusing on the emblems, and the team was discussing their win condition, that he forgot to pick that spell.
Maybe, but I try not to think about it. So the turtle contest, we're gonna start, and I'm waiting for initiation from the Kingsta.
Kingsta should be the main guy trying to look for some plays, but he doesn't find any, and Dark Knight falls again, so you are blind now here. This is one important cooldown already being burned for Memento Mori. Fight continues, half HP on the turtle. Zhao waiting in the bush. Laito continues onwards. There is some on the flank. Warpath and Ching Chong finishes off the turtle, and he continues with the onslaught. Pulls Samo back in, and I think this is it for the man on XP lane. Killing spree for Voki Core. Jackpots still strongly in the lead.
Can we check the itemization? I want to see if Valky got the Sky Piercer or not. Yes. 1 stack or... How much stacks? When did he buy it?
Probably 2.
Okay, I think it's 20. Okay, nice. 2 stacks. So it's okay for him. 4-0 and Jackpot still on the lead.
Warpath kinda whiffing, not reconnecting, and he gets caught off. He cannot even use his AOG, and there is no saving him.
Big one. Because guess what? He's trying to run away. You see a Kingsta there, but he did not realize the butterfly stacks right under his feet. Malfurion picking him up with the Lantern Flare cancels out the AOG, and then he just gets chain CC'd into the Way of the Dragon. Kingsta is not the first engage of the team. He's always being the secondary engage of the team, and I'm loving this kind of adaptation. And they're all feeding their kills to Woki, who's got 4 already. That means 30 stacks on Sky Piercer. So this is something Memento Mori will have to watch out for. Otherwise, Destroyer, this gold lead can snowball out of control.
Just 5-0, and it's gonna continue. The only problem I see right now is Zhao. We can see the moments from him. Just again about the Petrify. Maybe he just misclicked, maybe he forgot, but I see it's one of the reasons. Because you want to continue the crowd control, but again, you got LG, you got Taunt from Gatotkacha, and that's all. You want to combine it with Traction Pulse. So the Petrify is what needed here. And right now, the only big mistake from Jackpots can let Memento Mori to make frags.
Skirmish out here. But this first cloud is going to be crucial. And look at the position.
The Lord Dance already starts. Kingsta almost getting caught off guard. He will be fine for now, but the Malfurion, he gets caught in the middle of it. He gets bursted down, and this is right now 5v4. Night falls again, so you don't know where Hellcat is lurking, and Memento Mori could be taking the first Lord of the game in their hands.
That's what was I am talking about. Traction Pulse, and instantly, even the Purifier, he didn't use it.
Yeah, he actually did. It was on cooldown, but he used it a little bit too late, yeah. And then he just got bonked by the Lord.
Xiao, he is going in. He goes for Terrify. 2 members AOG on top of that. But Ching Chong finishes off the Lord. And Warpath dies as well. There is Landshaker continuing with Lighto. But he gets flanked. Samo is there together with Xiao. Noel. But Fushi, he got picked off. This is so sad for Memento Mori. The fight could look. Ooh, Xiao actually fixing mistakes of the team. But maybe Night falls. Run, Hellcurt, run. He is fine.
Escape. Finally, they start to make some kind of moves. But anyway, even with the mistake from the Jackpots, they wasted too much time. They let enemy jungler to use retribution, and that was the problem.
Samo, he could be in the problem. Phantom execution, that's the deal. That seals the deal. Someone gets picked off, but maybe he gives enough time for his team to defend Lord.
Just so many items of Samo as well as Jackie this time around, because he's been on with that 1v1 for such a long time now. Finally, he's able to burst him down. And yeah, it's with the endless battle. Vorax. Oh, hold on.
The aura has been burned up already, so the fight continues because they have to take care of the Lord. Noel goes in like a madman, but he forces Walkie-Core away. Can the tower stay alive? Barely, but it's holding on.
-2 turrets additionally on the mid, and go rotate top. No? Jackpots don't want to take another turret. They want to go to the enemy jungle. Okay, it's also logical. I see an option here, but Memento Mori, guys, defend. Don't waste objectives.
They should be able to defend easily as well. The tier 2 up top is going to be fine. The only problem for Memento Mori is that now they don't really have that map control to work with, and Zhao is struggling, as you guys rightly mentioned. Without that Petrify, the Hellcurt isn't really working out the best. Now, in that Lord fight, where Walkie eventually died, the only reason was Samo was on his space, he was trying to deal with him, and Xiao came in from back. Right? Everything could happen into his own team's backline, he doesn't care. He needs to play it isolated. He needs to be the solo pusher. And guess what, Destroyer? Jackpot knows this. So you see the position of 3 players, they're trying to figure out where Xiao is, so that even if Walkie clears the bottom lane, he doesn't get picked off.
Now
really
there
hard
could
on
be
the
some
Monster.
pickups happening. The fight is already on. Samo, he is fine. He is quite tanky because he is Uranus. 20 seconds for Lord.
So they're just trading with the HP and trying to put to let the opponents press as much buttons as they can, and after that Jackpots instantly go back. Okay, you pressed all buttons, we are Gucci. We go back, we wait for the Lord, we make split push, and only after that we rotate to the another objective.
Warpath, the butterfly stacks are on top of him, so he gets pulled back in. But I don't know if he's the right target. He's quite tanky, so disengage doesn't really work. Jaio already making some work, but he almost dies himself. Dark Knight falls. Whoa! Gets picked off. Raging Slash coming from Lighto as he kills the most important member of Memento Mori. There is no DPS left other than Noel. AOG has to disengage for Warpath, but Jackpots should be taking this Lord home.
Big thing. I clearly noticed the way of the dragon being used up was not fully capitalized on, right? Because either ways it was on Warpath. It was Samo jumping in between 4 people that kind of put Jackpots in a precarious position. But then, guess who? Lighto with his insane play. Gets the Landshaker, gets the bravest fighter, is able to take Fushi down. Lighto is doing the same thing to Fushi that Samo was doing to Malfurion in one of the previous games. And that's literally, yeah, things happening here.
Yeah, and so Lord marching bottom, nice creep waves, and I think Jackpots want to finish all 3 sides.
Right now they are approaching the base, they are working on those 3 sides simultaneously. The bottom one should be getting picked off, the middle one as well. Some already being forced to use his ultimate, but this might be the moment where Jackpot stop. Let's see about that. They look like they will continue, but Lancelot is not there anymore. It's 4v5, do they realize that? They are fine so far. they cannot overdo it.
Yeah. Should
They're
be
still
okay.
just out pushing. Still just out pushing, waiting for the moment Jackpots make good moves, and they actually made it super calmly, because if they overextend, they could lose a game. At least, okay, not a game, but several sides, at least several turrets, and let a small comeback for Memento Mori. Don't try to win trade when you get such a lead. 8k gold ahead, Jackpots over Memento Mori.
Demon Hunter on Gio? Scared? Talk to me about it.
Yeah, because the skill 2 stacks up really well with the Demon Hunter sword. I was about to say that in that Lord fight, let's just say 30 seconds before that, Zhao landed down the deadly stingers on Kingster. Half of his HP was gone. And that is when he had the anti-EQ. That is how broken the damage is from that if you are fully stacked up. So you've got to be pretty careful about that here. Zhao will literally one-shot you if Malfurion, Jackie, or Walkie gets caught in it. And that's why I kind of
But-
want to see the Wind of Nature coming in as well, man.
Super hard. Just check
But
how
they
much.
found him. 9 falls, but is it enough? Yes, it is. Ultimate has been traded for an ultimate. But I have to say, Malfurion is coming from this trade a little bit better off.
I want to add one thing. Every time you speak about the Hellcard, that he gonna explode someone and he gonna just blow up anyone. Every time I check on the map, and instantly I see Kingster, Lito, nearly to his opponent, and just observing where this Hellcard is, where the sneaky guy is trying to move.
Mako in disguise. Oh my god, Boron, I really thought you'd laugh on that one, but alright. I'm
I'm locked in, as so is Memento Mori and Jackpots, because this game, it could mean a lot, but if Gio gets picked off like this, it could mean a little bit less, because Memento Mori were on the match point, but right now it looks like they won't be able to trade it for a win of this series.
Again, Free Lord. Again, Free Lord for no reason. Kingster.
Maybe you can at least get Kingster for that. Nah, because he will give no the rest of his team. He gets picked off, and Kingster is there leading the charge, and Ching Chong in the backline. He still has immortality available. I think he should be fine. Fushi with a flicker, and this is the death. This is the death towards Memento Mori. They are falling like flies, and the bells are ringing on their graveyards. Warpath gets pulled in. Naito with Line Shaker on top of Fushi. Samo as well is trying to survive. Warpath gets picked off. Samo too. The base is the only thing standing in their way as Jackpots make it 2 for 2.
I can call this name no petrifying, no win. Jackpots making it to the match point. 2-2. Good gameplay, good game plan. They did everything that was needed to win this exact match. And some questions to Jao. So why not when you see the composition? Maybe there was no call from the team. Maybe he forgot. Maybe something else, I don't know. Like his wife said, "Hey, sweetie, yeah? You got soup? Oh, okay, thank you. Oh no, petrify." I see it like this.
That might have been the story.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we have to give big props to Walkie, because I talked about this guy before. He role swapped, and I know he has a backstory of being a gold lane player, but you have to show him some respect. He was playing jungle for the past couple of months, and going back on the gold lane, playing this good, even against Dracy, even against Gio, against those players, decently against all of those, mad respects to him.
One of the big things that I have to mention was the fact that I thought it's going to be that 1-1 pick though, and the green just slipped entirely out of my mind. And he made it work phenomenally well. It all started with that one pick in the lane, going 1v1 against Xiao on that hill cut in the Granger. He went in, dove into the tower, and then he instantly got that pick. Once he got the momentum there, he just never let go. And with that, at least for the time being, Destroyer, Jackpots have gained another lifeline. Now it's a best of one between both of these teams.
I'm pretty shocked. I'm pretty shocked, and I'm inspired. I'm really inspired because I really can't predict who's gonna win. It's not more about the who plays better. It's more about the drafts. When I see one team creating something unexpected, I'm like, okay, that's gonna work. Then I see, okay, one misplay again from like Memento Mori. We could, okay, I don't want to blame him. Maybe they got another plan, but from my side, from my perspective, they made a good draft. They made a good decision even with Hellcard. It's not about like Hellcard is bad. It's not like Zhao played bad. It's about I miss one resource that could help this team, because you want to combine, as I mentioned before, the traction pulls, the AOG with something else. Like you need something more, like one small additional crowd control, and they missed it. They predicted Hylas, they banned it. Good ban. They made a good draft, yes, but overall they couldn't make a real game plan because they couldn't catch anyone, and Jackpots could.
They were doing so. They were catching guys left and right. Lapu Lapu was a very, very deadly weapon towards these members of Memento Mori, especially against Fushi, Noel, and rightfully so, Zhao. He tasted the blade of Lapu Lapu too. It was very, very rough, and the composition worked much more in the favor of Jackpots, which is surprising, because last time, last game, the game before this one, the Jackpots composition was kind of similar. It had similar vibe, it had similar energy, but this time it worked much, much better. I have to support you on the statement where if Hellcard had Petrify, it could have been better. Or maybe, I'm not sure if Ruby was banned, but if Ruby was there instead of Hellcard, and that extra CC could start the fight, you just needed that one button. I think that there being Petrify, I know the game was very Jackpot-sided, but I would even go as far as to say that if there was a Petrify, this could have been the last game, but that wasn't the story. The rest is history. And right now, it's as Scared said, it's a BO1, practically, but you are a little bit more tired, you know a little bit more about your opponents. Where do you think we will see each of those teams? Do we think same size? Do we think it will switch the script? How do we think it will be?
By the way, I'm thinking, right before I'm gonna answer, thinking about, you said about Ruby, it was banned, but I'm thinking Yuzhong, Gold Lane. I remember, like 1 year ago, it was meta, when Yuzhong Gold, people really played it, and it was okay. So, you could take Yuzhong with Petrify, and it's more than enough, instead of Hellcard, if you don't want to take Petrify. So, it's just like observation of another option for them. It could be. Right now, it doesn't matter. We got match point. Who's gonna win? Gonna go to the grand finals. It's either Memento Mori or Jackpots. We still don't know. I have no idea, because a lot of strange, sometimes resultative, sometimes not resultative picks, and I'm really impressed. I'm waiting for the same logical bans, so we're not gonna see Baksha, we're not gonna see Eve, we're not gonna see also Hayabusa, and I think we're not gonna see Yushun Shin. Finally gonna ban someone, him please, because it's like one... Did we miss any game in the lower bracket finals without Yushun Shin? We saw it every game, right?
4 games picked up by Memento Mori.
Yeah.
They won 2, they lost 2. Now, here's the fun take, right? I know most of the people would not agree with my take on this one. If Memento Mori pick up an early Esmeralda in the first 3 picks, they will win the entire game.
That's a bold statement to make. You would go as far as to say that? Alright, Scared, explain some of your thought process behind it.
4 games, only 1 anti-heal consistently in the early 8 minutes, and that is Malfurion.
It's logical.
And you saw what happened in that game when you had the
My
Esmeralda.
eyes
The shield was
born
not being
by
broken
wish,
down.
Guided by lantern's
So
light.
that's something.
Not all the time, but not all the time.
Not all the time. I agree, but
They call me a
let's be
hero
honest. To take care of
because I saved my
Malfurion,
nation from
4
falling
people,
apart.
they still would not be able to burst down a chunky Esmeralda in that mid to late game. That's my only take. Just don't allow Walkie on the Granger, maybe.
Lapo
Thorns
Lapo and
remain.
Vision Shin.
Should petals fall.
In the first game, Malfurion took Sky Piercer first item, and he just ignored the glow in one for the whole game, and he literally didn't take care about it. And got a catch up last Lancelot again for the Memento Mori for the right side. I would prefer Kimi again. Go for it, guys. Go ban Esmeralda. Go ban Ruby and feel Gucci for yourself.
There's a big difference. Even though Juxin was even in the last game on the left side, I would say that Malfurion is the superior Kimi if you compare him to Fushi. At least from the last couple of games that we saw, Fushi doesn't look... He used to look super comfortable on Kimi, but those last games he doesn't look so comfortable anymore. I don't know what happened, I don't know what is going on in his head, how is he feeling. Oh, it's
I
not a
like
Kimi,
it.
it's Lunox. But actually, we rightfully mentioned, you like it, and I have to support you on that, because she can survive the engage from Warpath, she can survive the engage from Noel, and she can go very aggressively towards Fushi. Those 1v1s, Fushi and Malfurion, Fushi is not gonna win those.
The only problem is early game. Like
Yeah.
the early game trio, first 3 minutes is much better for Memento Mori. It doesn't matter like what the roamer gonna be for the jackpots, because with the Linux you need level 4, you need your ultimate, otherwise you can't even make the pressure on your opponents. And the zoning phase at the mid lane much better already for Memento Mori. I'm just interested in whom they gonna pick, and it's Hoyos ban, interesting also. They just removing it for what?
I mean,
But that gave me a question
Could
mark
be-
too. I don't really see the vision behind Fevo's ban also. Scared, would you care to explain?
I don't know, maybe they just want to go with someone who's got a lot of dashes.
Yeah, but they banned a lot. So if they want dashes, you can go Lapo Lapo Gold and take our lot for the X-Plane,
Yeah.
and that's logical when you ban Phobius, but they ban our lot also.
Exactly. Now that is a bit confusing. Maybe they've got a read on Memento Mori's draft that they would want to go as Phobius for Samo. Could be a respect ban coming in. But here
think-
I'm expecting a CC. That should make
CC.
sense.
I wanted to say Granger, because I feel like Memento Mori, they don't really have that much damage. Yeah. You see, I will explain what I mean. I feel like Memento Mori, yes, the Phantom Execution and Lancelot by himself, yes, he can move in. But Fushi on Juxin is not really well known for her range. So if you can stay away from her range with a hero like Granger, you are out of the danger. You should be fine, because the only problem you have would be the Lancelot. Yes, maybe there will be a Yuzong lock-in, because that would honestly, I would love Yuzong right here. If Memento don't go for Yuzong, I would be quite surprised.
Yuzhong or a glue?
No glue. You don't. Oh wait, or maybe a glue.
Yeah, why wouldn't you like glue destroyer? I would
No,
actually...
from the beginning I thought that I don't like glue, but overall you can just play for the Brody. Bruno, sorry, Bruno.
Same thing, brothers.
I'm a little bit confused. Like, from one side I like it, from another side I don't like it. I like it from the side that you got Juxin, and you can make like long fights. You want to make it like super long. But from the other side you already see the mounted shocker, you see the Lunox, and you see the kiting Granger, and that's why I don't like it. Like from one side, yes, but you can just be blowed up, and Cho already appeared also, and Alice before for the Memento Mori.
Yeah. This one seems tough, man. Warren, what are your final thoughts for this?
That is going to be a blast, but I will let you introduce us to the Land of Dawn for the last time of today, because it's all yours, Scare.
Out here with the Zushan lineup coming in by Memento, Mori, Fushi after a long time finally decides to go for it, but will they be able to deal with Manfurian's Lunox there and Waki, who clearly showed in the previous game that he cannot be touched, he cannot be killed even by the one who's lurking in the shadows by the name of Felkert. Ladies and gentlemen, this absolute cinema as Memento Mori are taking on Jackpots 2-2, and we all move down to the best of one.
Match point for this game. Last map for today. Memento Mori versus Jackpots, and I would like to say that I prefer Jackpots draft more than Memento Mori, just because of Bruno. But that's my point of view.
Bruno really has to do something in the early game. If you look at Memento Mori's draft, they really have to make it work in the early game. If they don't make it work and we approach you at 3 minutes, I would probably give them a little bit more. I think it's around like 8 minutes, but if around 8 minutes and after the first 2 turtles, or maybe closer to the third turtle too, depends how quickly they are able to take the first one. If they don't have a significant lead, talking like 1,000 something, it's looking bad.
Yeah. So I also like Jackpots draft more just because of Cho. They decided the problem on the mid lane with this roamer, and they just gonna destroy anyone who gonna be caught on the way of dragon.
Right now, Samo just farming, kinda chilling. Turtle will be spawning onto the map. And this could be spelling us a first fight of this game.
Yeah, we are waiting. 2 seconds until the turtle spawns, but meanwhile, Memento Mori just pushing the mid lane and the jungle and explain first tried to remove the creeps.
Straight off coming in, all the way up top now. There we go with the Chaos Assault as well. Revitalized forced out of Warpath as he will survive. Lunch Shaker to catch one, but no one to dish out that damage with the Thorn of Ruin in the backline. This could be the opener as Jackie falls down for the first one. Crimson Beacon to zone every other person. No jungler, and Memento Mori will take the first turtle.
What a perfect engage from Samo. Instantly he got level 4. He momentarily just initiate with a flicker and catch Jackie. That was perfect.
It all came down to one singular fact, and that was Fushi. He had the first level 4 in the battle of mid laners. So he moved up and he made space for Samo to make the play. They decided for Memento Mori to get the kill, and that enabled them to get the turtle. Fushi is so far utilizing the early game to maximum.
Good start for Memento Mori. That's what we're talking about. And they are trying to make good start for them.
Well, guess what? That good start could eventually be turned around instantly as the Way of the Dragon was on Warpath, but it's a 1-for-1 trade. Roamer for Roamer, as even Noel doesn't shy away from the fights.
Noel decided to join this time. Phantom Execution barely hit in. It was kind of close. Predictions! Audience, damn! We have some haters in the audience.
Oh, guess what right now? It seems like they've got a right one upcoming in towards the top, but bottom lane, Memento Mori, Fushi, wants to zone away Waki. But if a poke coming in, Kingston needs to hop in for the support as well. Phantom Execution, but Thorned Rose did not really land. Nice kiting from Waki with the Rondo.
What a good moves. What a good moves. Dancing around the turret and let his teammate time for Chris to join this game and to help to survive there. So he even didn't sacrifice himself for no reason. And right now we see the predictions again, guys, for you.
Yeah, I feel bad about it. I feel bad about it. Like, if first game didn't happen, maybe I could have been right. But first game unfortunately happened, so yeah. Memento Mori will not be winning this 3-1, but maybe 3-2. We will see if that happens. Scared, how are you feeling about you not being able to fulfill your prediction?
cool with it, man. Hold on. I'll tell you about it right now as the turtle is going to be secured in Lancelot again being the best out there. And the Bruno pick, which no one really liked, is kind of working out pretty well as they want to chase Kingstar. He's dashing around, dancing on the show. You have to stop him from using that Jeet Kundo in order to finish him off.
I didn't get why Lighter used his flicker when he got 0 HP. He make the initiation with like I don't know, like 100 HP, something like that, instantly die and just wasting the resources for no reason. That was kind of strange, but anyway, Memento Mori on the lead, but not that far.
On that note, it's important to realize that his Vortex has been already finished, and combined with all the emblems that are in Arsenal of Lapu, he is able to heal quite a lot, even in this stage of the game. So yes, I agree with you that it wasn't the best idea, but I could see the vision.
It could be
Mountain
something
Shocker.
that you would want to see, but up in mid. I almost thought there's going to be an engage, but yeah, it's just a hold on.
Shield of a Fin, I guess, on the Warpath, yes. Instantly appears versus Lunox. It's a good item, and he totally understands it.
Oh, taunt onto two people out there, but again with the brilliance coming in with the revitalized Warpath should survive without being finished off with the way of the dragon. Raging slashes, catching one, stopping three, and the stun did not connect as Shao runs off to safety. Every other ultimate being used up, including the Thorn of Ruin, with the flickers coming in for Jackpots. They are A-okay.
What a good re-engage by Lighter. Really good. That was so smooth. He totally understood when he needs to engage, and he did it pretty well, stopping his opponents. And by the way, the lead is not that huge right now for Memento Mori.
As of now, yeah, I agree. Not that high, but with this turtle, maybe that could snowball out of control as well with the backline. Warpath being absolutely isolated. No one's going to be saving his life. But Lito! He survives, and thanks to the passive coming in, and with the way of the dragon, Samo's getting taken care of too. And the backline, open, Shao, no way he can sustain. There's no Zhongli to save his life. As this is Jackpots taking the mid, and you mentioned about the gold lead. I am pretty sure it's going to increase further. Maybe not that easily. Noel, Phantom Execution, sidestep from Malfurion is impeccable.
What a timings! Doyle!
This was a crazy fight. I didn't really expect Jackpots coming into this fight to be able to win so easily, but they made it look very, very easy. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for, of course. And down right now, 2000 gold lead. Volky finishing up his Malefic Roar. Nah, actually it's Jackie. So Jackie will have a little bit more penetration on top of what he had before. So of course he will be able to go through Warpath and summon more easily. This is the minute that we've been talking about, 8-minute mark. And if we look at the scoreline, Jackpot should be taking this home just based on raw stats. But the rest, well, that's up to the players to decide.
Oh, Memento Mori got problems. As I mentioned before, I really like Jackpot's draft more. And Memento Mori, I don't know. Every second Bruna makes... it looks for me not that good. I would like to say it's you're wasting your time and waiting for the power spike, but you need to continue your domination, but you lost it. And right now, Jackpots are on the just right before the wheel, and they are just leading this game, and I think they should finish it.
They could be finishing it off very, very fast. And that's actually super interesting, because if we look back how the series was played. Oh, there's Conceal play.
This could be a big one as well, because Jackie is pretty low in the HP as well. He's going to be sent all the way back forward. Boki is the man who actually gets the Lord with the AOG, catching 3 people. And Jackie in the process, they will have to run back to safety. Lord taken by Jackpots, but still, it is a 1 pick for Memento Mori. Oh, not the second. Yeah, fine. Lito is okay.
Valky saved this game. Valky saved this game for his team. Otherwise, they could lose not only one player, but also two sides, at least until the fight.
Now again, in the mid. Try and open things up a little bit. Brilliance forced out to Flicker. Used up by Kingster. That's some nice utility being forced out by Memento Mori.
Utility, yes. Now they are missing flickers. Now they are missing some of their spells, so the defense will be easier.
It's pretty hard for Jackpots. They wasted so much buttons. They wasted a lot of health on the bottom side, and they lost the Lord.
Oh, hold on. That's just not enough out there, Kingster. Gonna be running back to safety though. He was missing a flicker, but it's absolutely fine. Not even losing a tier 2? That's a good defense from Memento Mori.
But at the same time, the tower is kinda low, right, Destroyer?
Yep, and the mid lane also got problems. They're gonna continue, and no, they just skip it. Okay, they decide to go to the enemy jungle. Also one of the options. Why not? Just remove additional gold and XP. Oh my!
Oh. Yeah, you can remove the additional XP as well. And the mid laner, Thorn of Ruin catching 3. Malfurion out of position. Instantly picked off with the way of the dragon. Noel is just pushed out of the range of everyone. But Samo has got no such luck. Is shut down. And now with Warpath running away, it is definite that tier 2 in bot and mid will fall.
I don't see Zhao in this game, sadly, but it's again about the draft, it's again about the pick. So you want to make fast damage. You got a good AoE composition. If you don't want to make fast damage, you already got juicing. So why? I can't explain it. But from the Jackpots, I see the perfect combination. It's Linux plus with the dragon from the Cho. It's super easy, and even if it's not enough, you can see like Valky just constantly damage opponents from behind, and no one can reach him. If someone go and engage, he instantly gonna die.
Yes, but at the same time, if we look at the gold stats, the only one that's really ahead is Walkie. And yes, that's bad if you are pairing up against Bruno, because Bruno should have been the one getting the snowball off, but it's also a little bit of a saving grace towards Memento Mori, because they can take care of Walkie and the fight could be playable.
Lord and Memento Mori. Oh, split
Can see
pushing
you.
creeps.
It's a
And
big
fight starts.
problem now. Every single thing is just going away from Memento Mori as now Jackpots decide to disengage and reset the Lord. Nasty. Inhibitor up top, open. And it's a free Lord for Jackpots.
They're just keeping it. Memento Mori lost the opportunity. And tier 3 turret on the top side, it's nearly dead. So this Lord gonna finish one lane at least. And Jackpots gonna try to finish bot lane, I think at least. And tier 2 turret on the mid.
I think it's super important for Memento Mori to maybe even try to take the fight before Lord approaches, if Jackpots give them the chance. Because if you lose some of the inhibitor towers, you will lose eventually, and you will lose before you get on top of your items. I think you should take this risky play.
They're waiting for the moment. Jackpots are waiting when anyone gonna go on top, but no. Memento Mori is just keeping it. They understand that it's not possible to defend tier 3 turret, and they don't want to risk. They want to play safe. They want to try to save the another turrets.
Yeah, and this is going to be the big one out. Instantly mounted shock. He used up AOG with the Dawn of Ruin in the backline. Voki gets destroyed. 1 second, and he's absolutely gone as Malfurion with the brilliance used up. Now has to run back to safety. Wow. It's 3 people out of the map. 2 inhibitors taken, but still Memento Mori are barely breathing.
But this was beautiful. This was something like a great summer day in a field with flowers where like you are breathing in the fresh air. This was gorgeous. This engage, if you would just record it and show it to me before every good night's sleep, I would have a great night's sleep.
Perfect combination. by Samo and Warpath. That's what I was speaking exactly before. It's about AOG with something else. Right now, you got Alice, you got the combination. When it works, super nice. 2, 3 people catching, and after that, you are playing with advantage.
Woki has no Purify, so you can catch him. Yes, he could flicker out, but that's the trick. If Samo uses his Alice ultimate before teleporting either with Flicker or teleporting with his movement spell, he can catch you off guard and you have no reaction time. And that's exactly how he did it last time. And Warpath can already prepare his AOG and it's a deadly combination. And just those 2 spells alone will burst most of Jackpots down to like half HP, and then it's easy for Noel and the rest to finish the job. And yes, Bruno is the superior god laner if he gets the snowball off, but still you have to respect him. When he has the ball on his hand, on his legs, when he has the ball between his feet, he gives a lot of damage.
Yeah, totally agree with you. Jackpots, meanwhile, just waiting when the Lord gonna be again, when it's when it's gonna appear. And right now they're just split pushing the bot side. They need to push the creeps bottom because on the top side
Conceal?
already no. Yes, conceal. No, keep it right.
It was a conceal, but it led nowhere, so you were both right. I will say it like that. Right now, the gold has been kind of equalized, and that's super important because I believe if we look at the gold difference. Oh!
Oh, this could be a big one out, but nah, it's fine.
They baited me. They baited me good.
Baited or debated with you? That's the question. So Jackpots still waiting for the opportunity. Slow pushing creeps on the top side. 20k left on the Lord. And it's time.
They're bursting. They're absolutely bursting. And instantly they picked it up as well. Again, flicker combination with the land check into the backline as Voki gets destroyed on the opposite end. Now you've got one running Jackie and a full HP Shao on the other side. Oh, lucky for Jackpots that they're surviving, but this could have been disastrous. Losing the Lord already means big problems now.
They waited for too long. They're too afraid. Jackpots all the time think about Memento Mori engage, all the time thinking about the Samo. And the problem comes here. You see slow pushing on top side. Just be aggressive. Go split. Don't stack together. And be on the different parts of the fight. That's the option for the Jackpots. They need to initiate first, or if they don't, just go and split your forces.
Yes, exactly. Split your forces. That's something the Jackpots need to do in this next fight, or it will end badly again for a 3rd time in a row. They need to separate their carries. That, of course, being Lapu, being Jackie, being Malfurion and Voki. They need to separate into 2 groups so they are not all 4 in one spot or just 3 in one spot, because it's disastrous for them.
Yeah, easy kills for Memento Mori if they stack together. Still pushing. Oh, 2 immortals for them. Immortality appears here and the fight starts.
Oh, this could be a big pick-off. AOG not yet available. Thorno free in the backline. Voki is gonna fall again though as he used up the Wind of Nature instantly to try and survive. Kingstar as well, pretty low in the HP. Landshaker catching none. All the ultimates and the spells being thrown, but no fruition to anyone. Memento will head back.
Voki already swapped in for Rose Gold Meteor, so his next defensive item is ready, or locked and loaded. But Memento Mori, for the first time, probably that warms hearts of all of their fans, for the first time in this game, in a gold lead.
Right now it's a roller coaster for all the fans of the Memento Mori and Jackpots. It's hard to say who's gonna win. The OE combination is definitely better for Memento Mori, but if Jackpots gonna catch anyone, they instantly can burst him down. Oh, free immortality for Memento Mori. Can we check fast items? If they got like 1, 2, 3. 1 second, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's all. Free immortality. And it's kinda tough.
It's kind of tough to catch anyone off because you have to catch him twice, and it's all it's on all the important members, right? Warpath, so he can go very crazy. Samo, he can go crazy as well. And Zhao, he has a little bit a different idea why he has his immortality, because he's just standing in the back and he has the immortality because the reason for that is so if someone really decides to go for him into the back line, he doesn't really succeed in that because he will still be alive.
What a hard game. What a hard game. Slow pushing top side creeps. Lord is here on the position. And Jackpots needs time, but
Memento
they
Mori.
not gonna receive it.
Oh, lovely play from Noel. Forcing out the immortality already from Jackie as he's trying to run away with the flicker coming in as well by Fushi. They instantly take down that retribution user. And with that, this third Lord is again going for Memento Mori. No way they're contesting. Gangsta, don't want to do it, right? Yeah, yes, it's fine. It's okay. Nothing's gonna happen. Samo is there to hold that kind of push.
Okay.
He can, yeah, he's getting deleted there. He's got the flicker though, along with the rounder to run away. But guess what? In the back line, you already have no. With the support of Samo as they take down Woki. This is the beginning of the fall of the Jokers. They are not turning around any hand. And this time, the aces are Memento Mori. Taking down 3. This seems done.
Interesting decision from Volke. He decided to split push, and other part of the team wanted to just remove to opponents to go back, but Alice already was there, and instantly he appeared on the map. There was initiation from Memento Mori.
Another pick. Kingsta on the other side of the wall. Brilliance used up the OG in the back line to try and force them in the awkward angle. Memento Mori are not just barging on the doors, they're breaking it down with every strike as this team will move all the way back up in the grand finals. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Memento Mori.
This was a series to behold. This was an absolute banger. And finally, I could get to that. But I love how they were able to adopt what MetaShift showed them yesterday. Maybe it was in their hands all this time, but how it looked to me is that yesterday they got beaten by MetaShift, always having that slow push ready whenever Lord spawned. But fast forward to today. Exactly what Memento Mori did, exactly that. Every lord they were going for, there was always that sneaky, ratish slow push on the other side, so someone had to deal with it. And whenever anyone went there, they went for your throat, they went for the 5v4, and then that's how they achieved the victory. I love it, I absolutely love it. Big congratulations to Memento Mori. They absolutely deserve this win, especially after this last game. Destroyer, I know you had a lot of words on your mind, so go for the analysis.
First of all, nice game from Memento Mori. I totally agree with you about the macro plays. So they played carefully macro, and it was really nice. Even they made a lot of mistakes in one game when they went too aggressive into the enemy jungle, and they got punished for it several times. After that, I didn't see such kind of mistakes. So they made a lot of work, and they did it during the tournament, during this day, and it looked so impressive. I really like their play style, and they deserve to go to the grand finals.
Scared. Add on to that. I know you have a lot on your mind.
And I absolutely do. And you just give me a couple of minutes to hop onto that one, right? Because as we have the achievements up in front of us, Xiao finally showing up onto that gold lane too. 6-1 and 3 on the Bruno. It all worked out well. Everything that was done by Memento Mori was good. But here's the thing, boys. 19 minute 30 seconds. That was the mark when Jackpots had the perfect opportunity to burst down the Lord. Because 5 seconds before that, the wave in the far lane was stacking up for them. And that's when Xiao had to go all the way up there to clear that wave. Now, because he's a Bruno, doesn't have the way to escape, Samo was also supporting him. And the rest of the 3 people from Memento Mori were in the mid. So it was a 2-1 split from them. And Jackpots had, if they were together, if Waki was not taking the orange buff in that scenario, and if the rest of the people were towards the Lord Pit, that would have been an instant Lord Burst. They missed the timing.
They missed the timing. They missed the opportunity, actually. Jackpots could win it. They got everything on their on their hands, so they just let it to Memento Mori. Several mistakes. Chased too far during the tier 3 siege on the top side. They got caught by the Samo and Warpath. First mistake. Second mistake, they stacked nearly to the Lord Pit together as a 3 people. Again, got caught by Samo and Warpath. 2 good moves, Memento Mori comebacks, and Jackpots only after that realized we should split our forces. We don't need to stack together, but it was too late. They lost all the advantage they got. And after that, the final and the crucial mistake was on the bottom and the last Lord, when they decided to let the opponents go there first. They should take the position. Creeps were pushing. They should just zone opponent. And if they did it, they just would have an advantage with at least one additional person, because someone had to go back and defend.
I think you're right on the money. Thanks for a very, very insightful analysis. But right now, let's talk about those 2 teams that already we saw yesterday perform against each other. Yes, it was Metashi favorite, but right now, Memento Mori with a renewed vigor, renewed power, and victory in their pockets, they will be advancing into the grand finals that will be happening tomorrow. We will tell you a little bit more about that after the interview that's loading up. But let's talk about the journey that they went through. Memento Mori, they beat Misa Esports, and then it continues. Kurt, would you care to explain?
I'm looking at the journey of these teams, man. Memento Mori, Meta Shift, 2 of the teams that were not even invited in Thunder Division. 1 roster that got entirely revamped before promotion relegation. And a team that formed up after 2 of them broke away from Jackpots, and 1 which came away from Minerva Fury, if I'm not wrong, right? Bobber Rusek.
Yeah.
And those are the 2 teams that now stand at the pinnacle of European MLBB.
Right, and
No
to
one-
tip it up,
Go ahead.
I just wanted to add that because we have to realize this is the absolute tomorrow. Yeah. This was very close to the peak, but tomorrow, that's the peak of European MLBB. That's what it will be tomorrow. But before everyone is so hyped up they cannot even sleep, let's talk about Jackpots for a second. Big respects to them because they were the only team from Thunder Division that made it this far. So thanks for your battle, thanks for your performance, and big props to Walkie once again. I really like this performance on Gold Lane, but it wasn't enough. Memento Mori were better on this day. Predictions accuracy, man, scared. How are you feeling? 25%, being on top of me, Nish still on the bottom. How are you feeling about that?
Still a long way for me to barge into that top 3, and then also to try and topple down Mio. Oh, Memento Mori getting that 3-2 victory was something that no one really expected, right? Most of the people went in for Jackpots, but yeah, Hopping up in that prediction accuracy, it kind of feels good as well. But most of it is because of yesterday. I got both of them right. That's the only reason why I'm here. But out here, man, Destroyer, what were your expectations of the series, and do you feel that it delivered?
I feel it. I expected full series, and I saw full series. It was a good match. I would like to add additional words to Warren. So, Jackpots really did well. I see that if they continue playing together, they're gonna perform better and better. And I see a good play style, a good thoughts during the drafts. I see the composition. I see like when they understand their mistakes and try to fix it instantly. So I would like to say they're really confident, and they should just continue to play together. That's my point of view.
I agree. And Warren, we have
What
witnessed
else?
the journey of both of these teams,
Yeah.
right? When we were back in the Thunder division, Helmet Shronio, God Believer, the mid laner as well as the gold laner which they had, we all thought that maybe Jackpots are untouchable. And then eventually the roster kind of broke up. They had to introduce two new players in. And after that, I'll have to say they kind of were not able to find that stability against the big teams. And we have one member from that very big team, ladies and gentlemen, who eventually toppled down against their nemesis and made another comeback. Fushi, my man, smile a little. You guys are back in the grand finals. How is everyone feeling? What are the emotions that you are going through, and the rest of the boys?
Uh, First of all, I want to say that we have worked these latest months for this, and the results are showing up. Even though we lost yesterday the game against Meta Shift, we didn't back down. And even with a small roster change, we still, with no time to prepare to adapt again, we still won this game, and it's amazing. And we prove everyone that, even the haters, let's say.
I agree.
Haters.
A lot of people doubted
Haters
you.
are
Yeah.
most interested fans. You know, they always follow you.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god. Destroyer always knows the right points, man. Alright, Destroyer, you take all the questions that you have right now and throw them on Fushi.
The most
You already did a
important
good job at
question. The most important question. Can you explain me Hellcart with no petrify, or what was the plan? Can you explain, please?
Like I said, we didn't have time to practice with a new gold laner. It was something unexpected a bit. So we are in the draft and he said to us, can I try Hellcurt? Can we go Hellcurt? I mean, we were kind of doubting that, but we trust him, even though we didn't have much time to practice with him. And he went for it, didn't work out, but it's fine, we still won.
Yeah, I mean, but when he decided to take Hellcart, did you cooperate together to take Petrify, or it was like, guys, I'll go execution. It's okay for me. What was the dialogue inside, like inside the Discord, or where like any voice messenger? So can you explain, please? It's just super interesting for us.
So to say what happened, the VC, only Samo questioned the execute. He said it was good, and if it's good, you trust him. Go try it then. You're on our team, then go ahead. We trust you.
We play tournament for 12k euros. Go try Hellcurt, why not? Yeah, guys, let's go Hellcurt.
With execute.
But you know what's important, and that's one thing that Fushi said I love. They trust him.
Yes.
That's the thing.
Right now, when you got the different gold laner, can you tell us, please? You said you got nearly no time to make a good preparation, but anyway, maybe you got practice, maybe you got prax, so like you played versus anyone. Do you have the time for it or not at all? Or it was like only today.
So we only got the gold lane today, pretty much on the morning. We only practiced like after around 1 a.m. PM, I mean, I'm sorry. But I think we played some ranks, we played some scrims, we practiced, and it's what we have, it's what you're gonna play, so let's just go for it. Let's trust him. He has a good history as well. So
Does he make a lot of calls, or he just keeps silent, or like the coordination? Can you tell more about it?
like because the four of us, the XP, mid, jungle, and roam are the same, we keep doing the short calls. Sometimes he just tells a bit some simple stuff, flickers, cooldowns, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
And I guess my last question: when you played versus Kalea, and you played with the combination with Alice, it was your plan from the beginning or not?
It was we were expecting.
So you predicted.
Yeah, we were expecting to. We know that the first pick Kalea, if I'm not wrong, they only gonna try to go on either Kimi or YSS. I think that's the two heroes we have. So just try to poker as much. Let pray for Kalea. If they can play for the pick off, they won't do anything either.
Okay, got it. Thank you. That's all from my side.
Warren, go ahead.
Thank you for the mic, guys. Well, Fushi, I will fire it up with very specific questions after a very specific question about the last game. You had a composition that looked like it will not work in the late game, but you made it work. How it was to live on the edge of the knife for the biggest part of the game, like 95% of the game, you were in gold deficit with a team comp that gets outscaled. How were you able to keep it together? Were there some doubts? Were you just locked in? Was there someone cheering you on? How did it go on?
I don't think we were in doubt, to be honest. We were supposed to kind of have a better early game, and they were supposed to have a better late game, but it was kind of reversed. They had a better early game, and they have a better late game. We just wait our Bruno to get his items, and we know we can play team fights better than them, so we just run them down. In the Lord fights, bait them for the Lord, and go fight them.
The team fights were gorgeous. That actually ties to my other question. How does it work in your team with the shot calling in the team fight? Do you have like a focus shot caller, or like how do you approach the fights?
Our drafts, not drafts, our communication comes most of the resources and to warn everyone about the dangers. So if they have any resource, if they have any pick off, if they're going somewhere. But every time we start the team fight, it's either Samo, me, Noel, or even Ciel. Everyone can tell it. We all talk on the VC, and we just choose a target and we go for the target. And that's what we did this game.
All right, and my last question will be, I spoke very highly of Walkie because I think he performed very well on the gold lane. Did you have a similar experience playing against him? I know you were on the mid lane, so you didn't see him for most of the game, but would you agree with me on that topic that his gold lane was surprisingly good, even though he had to role swap?
To be 100% real, I think them having Walkie gold, I think their team as a whole kind of, I don't know, they don't seem as good as they used to be with that. I think they were better often with Walkie jungle. And against top teams, he'll probably struggle, and he did struggle. But not saying he did bad. Still, for someone who adapted and went to the other lane from nowhere, I think it was great. Yeah, I need to give that point for them.
It's a very interesting answer. I did not expect that you view it a little bit differently. That's very interesting take, actually, so thank you for your insight. Well, Scared, back to you.
Right, Fushi, I'm not going to take a lot of time. We heard about Racy, and all of our well-wishes are with her as well, and we are hoping for the speedy recovery. Do you think she'd be able to make it for the grand finals, or are you still going to run with Xiao for that?
To be honest, we still don't know. I think we probably will still get Xiao, but the only thing I wish is Racy to get a really fast and healthy recovery.
Now, in the case where you are forced to run with Xiao for the grand finals, what are the chances of you guys lifting the trophy?
Well, like I said, we didn't have much time to prepare with Xiao in the lineup, But still, like I said in my last interviews, we still try to go for top one, and we'll play better than every time. So gonna give all of us to win that game.
And one last thing. You guys were out macroed by Metashift yesterday, and I'm pretty sure you guys realized that as well. The lane management was a bit problematic for you, or rather, let's just say it was very good for Metashift themselves.
Yes.
How are you guys planning to deal with that problem? Because that macro becomes more crucial against big teams.
So yesterday we also had some issues. Samu as well. He was lagging. He fixed that today. Yeah, so we played better as well because of it. But even against Metashift, we know they do the Lord Dance as well. Let's go like that, and we'll try to apply the same and go all in on them. Like I said, we didn't have much time to prepare, but we're looking to win,
Yeah.
not to just be in the second place now that we reached so far.
Well,
Beautiful,
just
Fushi.
before we
Yeah.
let him off the hook, there is last two things. Probably one of them was already on scared slips. He was already going to say it, but I have one more. What is your message for your opponents tomorrow? Because you are the only two teams left standing. It's you or them. What is your message to them for tomorrow?
Of course, I'll always try to be the most respectful, and I wish to show everyone a good game. We're looking for a win. We know their potential, we know they're good, but we'll prove them that we're better, and that's pretty much it. We don't just talk like some teams do, like some players do. We proved it today, and I think that's it.
All right. And Fushi, are we still gonna see the Sicilian tomorrow?
I mean, if the only option, who knows? It works, kind of.
I mean,
Destroyer has
in-
something to say about that. He hated
Yeah.
it for the longest.
In one of the game it did, but
It did.
in the one prior to that, right, in which you guys had Hilda and that thing, don't you think a Louis or some kind of early mage would have worked better in that case?
We looked for the Sicilian. I think we could have still won the game there. I think we just lost too many objectives, too much retry fights. And I think if we got them, I think the game would go different, especially having Sicilian. It was like a clock. So
Alright.
the more time it takes time, yeah, the better the game goes for us.
All right, understandable, Fushi, and thank you so much for hopping in here for the interview as well. Amazing performance coming in from you guys, and I'm really looking for you guys to, in the best case, lift up the trophy. Even if things don't go that way, for putting up a very good fight, Fushi. Thank you so much, and good luck to you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you.
So cute.
Alright.
So, he looks shy, but when we watch the game, he's not shy at all. Not shy at all. He's super aggressive. He's a bullying man, He's bullying everyone on the mid lane. And I really hope to see an interesting match tomorrow. Because, as we mentioned a lot of times today, about the substitute, still also Fushi said that not much time, only today they started practicing, and I just wish them good luck with it, because I see that they can beat the opponents, but my heart for Metashift. No,
Alright,
nothing personal, nothing personal, it's just a business, guys, nothing personal. Okay, it's all about personal, but anyway.
There we go. There we have it. Go ahead, Warren.
I mean, I feel you, my man. If there was a full Czech team, my heart would go to them, but unluckily for me, there is no one that's that close to my heart, so I feel you, Destroyer. I know it's going to be absolute banger. I'm still not sure who will be the combination of casters, but I think we will see Destroyer's face once more tomorrow, right?
No, I'm gonna relax, put myself back, and watch this cinema, the banger, as you said.
Ladies and gentlemen, the greatest battle European ML has ever seen is going to unfold tomorrow. And it will be a best of 7, which you would not want to miss, because it's a chance that you'll have only
It's a
once
first.
this entire year. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I was about to say. You know, I was.
It's a
literally
first
about to compliment
BO7 this year in the European
Yes.
MLBB.
I know.
That's crazy. We
One of the
don't know
big
what's
things,
gonna
man.
happen. We don't know what's gonna happen. Anything can happen. Helkert with execution, with Petrify, Cecilion for early game team comp. Anything is possible.
I know what's gonna happen. 3-0,
Telekinesis.
reverse sweep, full series. If it's true or not, you're gonna know only tomorrow. If no, I just gonna tell it was magic.
And imagine if this prediction comes true, ladies and gentlemen, because all of that will happen tomorrow. This was the lower bracket finals. Memento Mori moving all the way up with a 3-2 scoreline where Jackpots did put up a fight. We wish all the very best to them as they end up at the 3rd position in the MLBB European Championship 2025 fall season. We will catch you guys tomorrow for the grand finals. Make sure you follow us on all of our social medias and also join in the Search Fit Club. Go and do those workouts while you wait for those games, as we will be back with that action. It was me, Scared Yet. Alongside me, we had Destroyer as well. It was a pleasure to be on the desk with you, Destroyer. And Warren too. It's always been a pleasure here. Shout out to every single person who's been working on behind the camera. One more day to go. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.
See ya.